Positivity and Uniqueness. We are back in the Uniquely Mia studio. Welcome, welcome, Reggie. How are you doing today? Shout out to you guys if you are a returning supporter. If you are a new viewer here, I'm Uniquely Mia, also known as Mia. I got a Bachelor of Science in Psychology, Professional Writing, Master's degrees in Public Administration and Criminal Justice. And on this channel, I show you what my life is like. We have education videos, travel videos, eat with me, fashion videos, review videos, hair videos, nail videos, and a lot more. Hey user, how you doing today? Hey Cameron, hey Nina, hello pretty. How's everyone doing today? We are dual streaming on YouTube and TikTok today. Hello Trina. Glad you could be on the stream. Would love to know what are you guys planning on doing today. Hopefully you guys had a good week. Yeah, my week was eventful. We traveled to the Peach State. We traveled back to the Big Apple State. And now we're just here. I also got sick this week, so that's eventful. And then I showed you guys this before. We have a new feature or a new special guest on the Uniquely Mia channel. It's like a rooster. It's funny. Um, so what did you guys eat for breakfast? Hello, GV. Glad you could be here. Feel free to ask me a comment question. It could be related to anything as long as I'm able and comfortable to answer. Be more than happy to do so. This is Queen Mother's lip gloss. She put it on my table and I guess she forgot about it. So this is like almost like a nude color skin tone with undertones of peach in it. Queen Mother likes really fancy lip gloss, so I would not be surprised if this was like $50 for this one bottle. But hey, she says it's good. She said it works wonders. Hello, Priel. How are you doing today, Priel? Hey, too. Glad you could be here. What's everyone's day looking like for breakfast? Hey, King of the Weather. Glad you could be here. How's everything going with you today, King of the Weather? I didn't really eat anything for breakfast. I don't feel hungry. My mom made eggs. No, I made eggs for Queen Mother, so she ate eggs for breakfast. It didn't look good. I made eggs and it didn't look good. So I wasn't even tempted to taste the eggs. Um, there we go. I'm doing fine. Okay, nice. Glad you're doing fine. Last time you were on the stream. Hey, Kira Holder, how are you doing? It's been a while since you've been on a stream. Welcome back. Welcome back. How's everything going with you? Yeah, last time you were on stream, King Weather, you said you went to your girlfriend's birthday party and that was going well. The birthday party went well. So glad the birthday party went well. Any other eventful things planning? You also said your leg was healing. Nice. Thank you so much for liking the live stream, Kira Holder. Really appreciate the support. Hello. How you doing, Vishal? Glad you could be here. What's up? What's up is that we're on the Uniquely Mia live stream where y'all are welcome for your positivity and uniqueness. And we are having a live stream today. So, yeah, we're just going to go with the flow, answer some questions, some ideas. Big disclaimer, if I get my words more jumbled than normally, I'm feeling much better. My throat doesn't hurt, but I guess my mom said I'm still recovering. I feel much stronger than I did on day 1 or 2 of my sickness, right? But I have more energy than I did yesterday, but you're not 100%, right? So that is why. So bear with Uniquely Mia, guys. Bear with Uniquely Mia. Kira said, yes, girl, how are you doing? I'm doing good. Saw you viewed my profile. Why didn't you follow? I viewed it. Honestly, I'll follow you. Let me take a screenshot. Can I follow you on TikTok? I didn't know I viewed your profile. Like, what happens is sometimes people will like a video and then I'll click on the profile, but then it didn't process. So I just followed you, Kira. Just followed you. So yeah, and like if there's any supporter out there who's making content on social media or who's not making content on social media, but if you follow me and you would like me to follow you, I'll be more than happy to do so. All you gotta do is ask because I would love to follow everyone who follows me. That's a lot of follows sometimes. Hey love, how are you doing today? But I'll do it. I'll do it if all of Uniquely Mia supporters wants to start their own social media page for sure. Hey in your soul, how are you doing today? Glad you could be here. You're going to a Saturday market. That sounds cool. I don't know. I feel like when I was a kid, my mom used to take me there. I remember one time we went to like a market in New York, and my mom was gonna get me lovebirds, but then she left them. She said they would die, so that sucked. But we didn't get it. But yeah, you can be moderator, King of the Weather. As always, just feel free to not put anybody in timeout if you think they're being mean, don't put people in timeout for that. As always, just ask me, and I'll be more than happy to tell you if you can put the individual in timeout or not. Hey, in your cell, someone just woke up like you. I actually didn't just wake up. Is my hairstyle today? No, I'm just like I'm recovering from a sickness. So my sickness started with like sore throat. I don't have a sore throat now, thank you God. And then I got a fever. That really sucked having a fever. I had to take medicine for that. And then my fever went away, but I'm still experiencing hot flashes. But when I take my temperature, it says it's normal. So yeah, it's just the sickness. That's how you know I'm sick. Hey Kamori, how you doing today? Glad you could be here. What's up, King of the Weather? Okay, nice. We ain't got no TikTok here on in India. Oh, you don't have TikTok in India. I've heard that before. I've heard that before. Well, that's why Uniquely Mia likes to diversify her content. If y'all don't have TikTok in your country, you guys can follow me on YouTube at Uniquely Mia. If you don't have YouTube or TikTok in your country, you guys can follow me on Instagram. But I don't really post on Instagram. Maybe I'll get started posting more. But just follow me on YouTube and or TikTok. I'm fairly confident they exist in one or the thing. Okay. Thank you for sending hugs back. My pleasure, Kira. Hey, Blessing. Hey, Wilbert. Hey, Nurse. Hey, Anne. You like my vlogs on TikTok? Thank you so much, Nurse Kugler. What's your name? Yes, thank you so much, Nurse, for your kind words. I like making the vlogs on TikTok, so I like that you like the vlogs on TikTok. Yeah, you will notice that some of my vlogs that are going to be released on TikTok are going to be a little short. That's because I made those when I wasn't feeling well, so they're going to be a little short, right? YouTube, it's going to take a while for those short vlogs to get out to you guys because YouTube, I have a lot of old content that's already released on TikTok going to be released via YouTube Shorts for you guys. And as I explained before, the reason why TikTok tends to get the YouTube Shorts first is because I predominantly release only those videos on TikTok. YouTube, you guys get more consistent live streams in addition to those long form content. So if there's any YouTube supporters wondering, Mia, why does TikTok see these videos first? That is the reason why. So yeah. Um King of the Weather said sore throat and fever. Man, you got it hard. Yeah, I'm feeling much better now. No fever. If I had a fever, I would not be doing the stream right now. So I don't have a fever. I don't have a sore throat. So I don't know. It's just recovering probably little ailments of it. I did make Queen Mother sick as well. And she's feeling better, but I don't think she's 100% yet. Either. I will say the sickness didn't hit her as hard as it hit me. She likes to say my immune system is stronger. That's what she likes to tell me. But she just said she used to eat sand when she was a kid. I never did that, so maybe it could be true. Hey, Cher, how you doing today? God, you could be here. Hey, Daniel. Hey, Bree. How's everything going? Thank you so much, Nurse, for liking the stream. I really appreciate it. Hey, Miss Attitude. Anytime I read the usernames, it's really interesting, really creative. Love it. How old am I? It's the glory of God to conceal a matter and the honor of kings and queens to seek out the answer. If you are a TikTok and or YouTube supporter or not a supporter of Unique Lumia and you want to know my age, you guys will have to go over to my YouTube channel at Unique Lumia. Click playlist once you are on my YouTube channel at Unique Lumia and watch my birthday adventure video. So happy scavenger hunt to figure out my age. Good morning to you as well. And yourself, what are you planning on doing today? What's everyone planning on doing today, actually? Hello, glad you could be here. F1W. Your hair looks like hair. You know what? I would thank you. Thank you. I'm glad my hair looks like hair because I would hope it looks like hair. So really appreciate it. Thank you so much. Um, oh, you think this is fake? That's why you type this. Oh no, I grew this out. Like African Americans, we can grow out hair, guys. We have hair, obviously. That's why you type that. You're watching TV. Cool. What show are you watching? King of the Weather. Um, I appreciate you rocking the real hair beautifully. Thank you, thank you. Yeah, I like my natural hair. Love my natural hair. I equally love extensions as well, right? But love my natural hair when I can wear it out. But as you can see, it's a little like it's getting a little puffy at the bottom, right? This is why you don't wear it out often. But my next hairstyle will probably be braids, braid my natural hair most likely, and then after my natural hair, maybe the extension braids. Um, yeah, it's summertime, so summertime I really don't like silk press is not summertime season, and silk press damages your hair as well, guys. Hey, how are you doing, Autumn? Glad you could be here. How's everything going with you? Welcome, welcome. Thank you, Nurse, for liking the stream again. Welcome, Lynn. Welcome, Natasha. Welcome, Mitchell. How are you doing today? Hey, Daphne. Hey, Lynn. How's everyone doing today? Glad y'all could be here. Always a pleasure when you guys can donate your time and energy, and being on the Uniquely Mia live stream really means a lot. So I know it's officially the summer months for some people. So what are you guys planning on doing during the summertime? Okay. King of the Weather said, accomplish your dreams. Don't give up on your dreams. And if you have a dream, go for it. Motivational quote from King of Weather. Nice quote, nice quote. King of the Weather. You're watching a paid program. Okay, paid programmings are pretty good. I used to watch Caillou a lot on TV. PBS Kids, I think that's a paid programming, right? That was good. I loved Caillou, Clifford the Big Red Dog. Caillou was bad though. Who else did I used to watch? A lot of others I don't remember. Not really Disney Channel. My mom didn't pay for cable, so I don't really watch that. Hey, Dream Make Believe, how are you doing today? I got into all the Disney Channel shows when my mom got when Queen Mother got Netflix, guys. Netflix was awesome. Like I've heard Netflix has gotten good again, but I really haven't been on like streaming platforms recently. How are you doing today, Dream? Glad you could be here. Cake bread. Do you like cake and bread a lot? I don't blame you. Cake and bread, they're really great, like baked goods, honestly. Hey, Eric. Hey, user. Grand Rising to you as well. Dream Make Believe you're heading to bingo now. Okay, nice. We wish you luck. We wish you luck on winning some awesome things at bingo. Don't forget to eat the delicious snacks, but you dream you may be making those delicious snacks, right? You are very skilled. Cooker, based on our conversation on stream. Chef is the correct terminology. Okay, but that. Yes, that's what my name means. Missing in action, Mia. Luckily, I have more than one name with more than one meaning, right? And yeah, so yeah. And my when I was younger, I actually Googled it. So if I ever join the military, if I ever do that, um, my name will be Mia, and then they'll say MIA, and I'll be like, wait, what? Somebody calling me? Hey, Eric, thank you so much for liking the stream. Really appreciate it. Ooh, that sounds really good. You made bakes and saltfish today. Yeah, I really don't like bakes and saltfish unless my mom makes it or I get it from Qualities in Guyana if that's a restaurant. So it sounds good. Sounds good, but one day, if I ever try your food one day, Dream, I'll be nice, but I'm confident it's good. I'm confident it's good, right? I'm a tough critic. Some support mine on YouTube says they are very scared for uniquely to taste their food, but it sounds good. Bakes and saltfish. I know Queen Mother loves bakes and saltfish, but it really depends on like how the person makes it. Bakes and saltfish. The reason why I like my mom's bakes and saltfish is because she's my mom and like everything she cooks tastes good, right? I may not like the type of meals, but it tastes good. And then I like Qualities bakes and saltfish because their bakes has an undertone of sweetness to it, and their saltfish it doesn't really have bones, so it doesn't really taste like saltfish if that makes sense. It just tastes different. Um, hey, how are you doing, Jacqueline? That's a cool name. Glad you could be here. Thank you. You're pretty. I love you. My girlfriend wants me to quit Call of Duty addiction. Well, you don't have to quit in its entirety, King of the Weather, but if you find that a large majority of your time is being taken up by playing Call of Duty, you need to set boundaries for yourself, right? So like what is it? So like maybe limit yourself to playing Call of Duty for like 5 hours a day, right? And it's still a long time, but if it's a weekend, it's okay to indulge yourself, right? 5 hours a day, right? Don't play it like 24 hours a day and you'll be good. Hey GTA, Grand Rising slash good morning to you. How are you doing today? Glad you could be here. What's your plans looking like today, GTA? Nurse said, yes, you look like you're 18. Thank you so much. Thank you. Like, yeah, I know I don't look old because I'm not old. So I guess I have a baby face. That's good. I heard a theory on TikTok. People said people who have a baby face, that means they're supposed to live for a long time. So yeah, me and Queen Mother will live for a long time. We're good. So yeah, I don't take that as a compliment. I mean, I don't want to look old. I'm not old. So yeah, I'll take that as a compliment. Hey, Eric, really appreciate you liking the live stream. Thank you so much. Yeah, because you'll see some people, they'll like I've met some high schoolers when not like I've spoken to high schoolers, but like when I was in RA, like obviously the people moving in, they were like newly freshmen, so it was like they were in high school. They look old. They used to look older than me. It was crazy. But my mom said it was because of the makeup. Like they had the makeup and then they wore like the extensions, and obviously that ages you, so that makes sense. What do you have your master's in? So I have a master's of science in criminal justice and another master's of science in public administration. So both of them are technically social science degrees, but both of them deal with the government. Public administration more so deals with the executive branch of the government, but then again, it could be local, state, or federal, so all levels of government, right? Mostly executive branch, policy making, policy development, policy analysis, budget analysis. A lot goes into public administration, and not a lot of people will think of, right? And then criminal justice is more so one sector of like the criminal justice system, right? So yeah, that's still more so the executive side of criminal justice because you're more so acting as a researcher to develop said policies. Whereas when you get a law degree, that's more so the judicial side of it, where you are there to like defend people and do all that. But you do learn about the laws a little bit, so it overlaps a lot. So it's interesting. I always recommend, no matter what country you're from, I think those are two great degrees to study and to be knowledgeable about and study it within your country that you are going to reside in for a long period of time. Why do I say that? Because public administration teaches you a lot about the laws, right, that are in place and how your leaders should operate, right? Whereas criminal justice, it teaches you and makes you knowledgeable about the laws that are in place to protect you as a citizen when you come into contact with law enforcement officers. So they're both great degrees to study and be knowledgeable about. I didn't know that before I got the degrees, right? So, but I really only encourage it that you study those degrees within the country you permanently reside in because it's very specific to said country, right? Because like when I was taking my classes, I learned a lot about public administration as it relates to the United States, criminal justice as it relates to the United States. If I live in Guyana, or if I live in Grenada, or if I live in Europe, it's transferable, but you do have to do the extra work to learn about the laws in those places, right? That's what I'm saying. Study it within your country that you're gonna reside in permanently. Thank you so much, Eric, for liking the stream. Really appreciate it. King Weather said, I tell my girlfriend just one match, but she always says no. You're beautiful as well. You're beautiful as well. Well, B9W, thank you so much for your kind words. GT8 said, I'm in Atlanta, Georgia at the hotel. Nice, nice. Hopefully you're enjoying your time in Atlanta. Oh, it's raining. I think it's raining here in New York too. So get Waffle House for breakfast. Waffle House GT8 is a must. It's like the best, one of the best breakfast locations. It's Saturday as well. So my mom said on Saturdays, Golden Corral has the buffet. So you can go to Golden Corral as well. I mean, if we were in the Peach State on a Saturday, we probably go there for breakfast because my mom likes their breakfast too. But the last one we were there was not a Saturday. So definitely Waffle House is the way to go. King Weather said, here's what, okay, I'm taking to Saturday Market, okay? My headphones, I can't go a day without my listening to music, power bank. You know what? That's Queen Mother. Queen Mother, you and Queen Mother, two peas in a pod, as the saying goes, King of the Weather, because anytime she goes outside, she will have her headphones with her. And if she doesn't have her headphones with her, she'll have the phone to her ear like it's her headphones. Power bank, yeah, power bank is a must. Yeah, you can't let your phone die. I more so walk with the power bank now for my mom because my new phone, it holds battery for a long time, right? And because I only have like one external charger that's compatible with my phone, so that's why I walk with one. I have more than one, right? But it's not compatible with the new phone. So, music, power bank. I can't let my phone die. Phone watching TikToks and playing music. Nice, nice. Okay, nurse said, I'm interested in nursing. I have my prerequisites. That was always a word I get tongue tied with. Okay, to get into nursing program. Okay, however, the school in New York won't accept me. Oh no, it's discouraging me, and I'm about to change my major overall. What do you say? I mean, I would say do what you want to do. Like, look at your life, your career. Where do you see yourself in 5 years? Where do you see yourself in 10 years? Do you see yourself being happy as a nurse? Because, like, even though school in New York won't accept you, that's very discouraging. pick from a school that you thought you were getting accepted to or that you know you qualify to get accepted to, right? So there are other schools, right? New York has a lot of other schools. Are you willing to move to a different state, right? Other states have great nursing programs, like my school that I went to in Georgia. That's one of the top nursing programs in Georgia, right? So, they have a lot of different schools have nursing programs, right? But if you're not like emotionally tied to this career in nursing, do some research and see what major would you change it to, right? What, because remember, if you are somebody who's like, I'm okay with being in school for a long time, you can get a major in almost anything, right? You can get a major in almost anything. However, if you are saying, hey, I just want to get one degree, one bachelor's degree, what, right? One higher education degree, but I don't want to be in school anymore. You got to be very smart with it. Nursing is a degree, right? Those internships, the connections are built into that program. You're more than likely to get a job right off the bat. When I went to school, everybody who studied nursing, they got a job right now. They're making money now. They're working now, right? Same thing with business at my school, right? Everybody who studied business, they had an internship for business because that was built into the school, right? They had those connections, so they got the degree, right? But like me for myself, I was like, yeah, my school's a great nursing program, but I'm not going to be responsible for somebody's life. Something goes wrong and that person gets out of it. I'm like, no, that's not me. I'm not responsible for that. Business, I did try business. I was like, I could be a finance minor. I was like, you know what? The way this professor is teaching these classes, I love my GPA and I love the great scholarships and all things that I get. Let me not do finance right now. So I was like, you know what? Nursing's not for me. Business is not for me. I could have tried economics. My mom always says that. I was like, I'm not, but the idea of it scared me. Once again, scholarship money. And that often comes from the background of saying, hey, you want to achieve academic excellence, right? You want to have a good GPA. And myself, I always knew that I was okay with being in school for a ridiculously long time, right? So when I was an undergrad and I looked at my life outside of undergrad, it wasn't going into the workforce right away. It was me getting another degree, right? So I chose a major that one I did like, right? I enjoyed my major. Undergrad major in psychology, genuinely enjoyed it. You learned a lot, taught you a new way of thinking, and it gave me a lot of writing skills, researching skills that I didn't know how it would be useful until you get into grad school and then you realize how useful it is, right? And now that you're in grad school, you're like, okay, with my graduate degree, if I really wanted to, and I guess I really applied myself and really went into these organizations and begged them for help, or if I was interested in starting my own nonprofit or my own organization, I can use the skills from my graduate degrees to do that, right? But I was like, you know what? I don't want to do that right now. So let me go get another degree, right? So I am an individual who's saying, when I looked at my life trajectory 5 years, 10 years after undergrad, right? Um, it was still just getting these degrees and being in school, and I was okay with that. So I went in with a psychology major and I graduated with a psychology major. I never changed my major. I changed my minor, but never my major, right? So that's why I say, nurse, it really depends on what you see your life looking like in 5 to 10 years, and your support system is also important as well, right? Because I was an individual the whole time. I was thinking about, okay, what is my life, what am I going to be doing in 5 to 10 years? I said it was predominantly going to be me focusing on school right after undergrad, and that's because I had a support system that I knew wouldn't pressure me, that would be there to support me financially, right? So I wouldn't be pressured to get like a job to support myself right off the bat, right? So you have to ask yourself, what type of support system do you have, Dream? And what do you see yourself doing in 5 to 10 years, right? So if you see yourself still being in school, go ahead and change your major so you could be accepted to school you want to be accepted into. But if you realize, hey, you don't have that support system, or you don't want to be in school for 5 to 10 years after, don't do it. I say it, and me saying it may sound easy, but I promise you it can get very annoying and it can get very tiring when you are in school for a long time, whether that's grad school and then another grad degree. It gets repetitive, so you got to really enjoy it and you really got to be motivated for it. So, nurse said, I like the opportunities that nursing offers. So, it sounds like you've made up your mind. Yeah, nursing has a lot of opportunities, as I said, right? And even if you get a nursing degree and you still want to get a postgraduate degree, you can do that. But a nursing bachelor's degree is one of those degrees where, like, you get the degree and you can, like, as long as you get the work experience along the way, you can pretty much like enter the workforce right off the bat. You can make a lot of money, my mom said with it, and other people on social media said, right? So yeah, if this school didn't accept you, like you either apply to another one, right? or you just have to not apply to another school and just like wait, I guess. That's why you should always diversify your options. Don't just apply to one, even if you think you're gonna get into it. Apply to a lot. Mia, MIA equals master in administration. Hello D7J. It's going good. How are you doing today? I'm also dual streaming on TikTok, so if it seems like I'm behind on responding to you, I'm not ignoring you. Just want to give everybody a good response. GT8 said, after watching you and your family travel, you inspire me and motivate me to start traveling and live life. So I took to fly to Atlanta for 4 days. Nice, nice GTA. Well, you know what? That's what the Unique Lumia channel and the Unique Lumia family tries to do, right? We love traveling. We love shopping. We love eating. We love education, right? So at its core, my YouTube channel is to show you guys how I live my life. And by default, I have some special guests, Queen Mother. We got Unique Lamia. I mean, I'm not a special guest, but like Queen Mother. We got Bianca. We got Stu sometimes. We got G. We got Jay. We got other people. And when they are guest featured on the channel, if it's just me and my mom or me by myself, and we're going on these adventures, it's to show you guys what's available to do, right? Like, as my mom always says, right? The world is so huge. Like, the world is so big. And there was like even enslaved individuals, when they got their freedom, sometimes they stayed with the quote unquote people who enslaved them to travel the world, right? So I'm not an individual. Don't remain stagnant, right? The other day, my mom and I we rewatched the Jesus movie, Jesus of Nazareth, and the whole time I was watching the movie, I was like I guess as a kid you don't pay attention to the movie. That's why it's good to rewatch things when your mindset changes, right? Because I think obviously think much differently than I did when I was a kid, right? So like we were watching, and obviously we know a movie is directed, so they add some untruths in there, but at its core, I think they try to stay very close to the Bible. And as I was watching the movie, like so many things came out. I was like, what? Really? This is how Jesus, quote unquote, lived his life, apparently. It was so weird. Like, he was like walking everywhere, right? He was a nomad. He was traveling everywhere. Like, the other day on stream, my mom was like, so you want to live like Jesus? I was like, what do you mean? And she was like, oh, Jesus traveled everywhere and just spread his message of positivity, right? I'm not comparing myself to God or Jesus in any way, but like, that's what he did way back when they didn't have planes, right? So he wasn't stagnant, right? I don't think you're supposed to be stagnant, right? I saw another like research study the other day on social media too, from like that was released from a one of those research social media page, and they said to relieve stress, for a person to live a happy life, you need to travel like every 2 months. And that could be a small vacation and a long vacation, right? And people are gonna come out and be like, Mia, that's not feasible. It's not feasible because the way man has set up society makes it not feasible for some people, right? But like I don't think as humans we're supposed to be stagnant in this one place and just see this all the time. There's research studies that has been done on people's brain that shows when you travel, that's actually good for your health, your brain health, and your mental health. Because your brain health, when you go to a new place, your neurons are like on high alert. You're exercising those muscles because it's the first thing you're seeing. What happens if you never travel? Your brain gets used to what it sees. So like that muscle is never being used. That's like killing your brain a little, right? So like travel is a great thing to do. So as I always say, if you can't do it now, if you don't have the income to do it now, save your money, right? Yes, be $1 a day, $5 a day, and manifest for your goals to be achieved. Because we all spend money, we all have money, right, to spend on what we want. You just got to make travel a priority if that's what you want it to be. So shout out to you, GT8. Glad you were able to be a source of inspiration. And my pleasure, nurse. Glad that hopefully the advice was helpful for you. Hola, hola, Nate. Hey, Dormob, man. How are you doing today? Glad you could be here. Um, I'm doing good. Your phone battery is 97%. Nice. I have 90% of my phone. Happy Saturday to you. Your phone battery is 61%. That's pretty good still. It's pretty good still. My hair is beautiful. Thank you so much, D7. Jay. King Weather said, I low key want to play Call of Duty, but my iPad's on low battery. Yeah, my iPad be on low battery mode almost all the time. The battery dies really quickly though. Kamori said hi meow. Tell Kamori said hi meow as well. Um Sorry to interrupt. Normal programming, a child abduction in Missouri and in Georgia. Sad. Hopefully they're found as soon as possible. Hey, Bo. Hey, Queen. Hey, Chrissy. Thank you so much for liking the stream, Nate. Really appreciate it. I'm married to public administration, criminal justice, psychology, and professional writing, guys. But there's a statement on, I'm just gonna respond to this statement just because I've been on social media a lot, and and I have a lot of young viewers watching. Sometimes I think even girls watching. So that's the only reason why I'm choosing to respond to this statement. But somebody asks, can you keep a man? Guys, a human isn't meant to be kept. That's one thing we should always remember, whether you are male or female. It could be, can you keep a man? Can you keep a woman? Right? For some people, remember, a human is not meant to be kept. And then main reason why I'm responding to this statement is because sometimes you see a lot of controversy on social media with girls, they're being in relationships and they kind of like micromanage their romantic partner. Like they watch everything that they do, and like people in the chat be like, oh, so you want to fight me for this person, you want to fight me for this person. Guys, you should never fight anybody for somebody else, right? Don't do that. That's like very, in my opinion, people quote unquote fighting for people or having to micromanage somebody that they like, right? Particularly somebody they like romantically, is kind of embarrassing in a way, a little bit, in my opinion, because what is that person, a baby? You got to keep them or you got to watch them 100% so they don't go and like somebody else. That means that person really doesn't like that person. So the main reason why I spawned that, because like I said, there's a lot of people on stream, a lot of young boys watching, a lot of young girls watching, but also a lot of older people watching the stream as well, right? And just remember, guys, if you got to micromanage somebody or if you quote unquote have to keep somebody, right? Maybe they're not for you. It means they can't be trusted because you only really heavily watch people you can't trust, right? So yeah. Hey Raphael, how are you doing today? Glad you could be here. God bless you as well, D7J. Same to you, same to you. Yes, do consider liking and subscribing and joining the Uniquely Mia live stream where you're welcome for your positivity and uniqueness. On this channel, we have fashion videos, Eat With Me technology videos, Days of My Life videos, and a lot more. We recently visited the Peach State, so I have some content from the Peach State, not as much as I really wanted to get for you guys, but when you're sick, like you really like you think you can record. Like I thought recording was easy. I don't know how I thought recording was hard. You don't know how quote unquote easy something is until you get sick and you genuinely can't do it. Like I was so unmotivated to get content, but I did force myself to get some. And when you guys see the content I got, hopefully you enjoy it a little bit. It's not the best, right? But it's something. I did try to do a little more streams, but those were mostly in the Uniquely Mia household or the studio there, right? So if you guys are on TikTok and you kind of want to see those live streams, definitely go over to my YouTube channel at Uniquely Mia and check out those videos. Hey D7J, my duty time by Mia by D7J. Always a pleasure to have you on. Hopefully I see you next live stream or the comment section of my fully nutritional YouTube video or YouTube short. King Weather said, I'm shocked at how many people abduct children. Yeah, thank you so much for sending chili Barlett. Thank you. Jazz hands to you, Barlett. You're helping me get one step closer to paying off my student loan debt. All proceeds goes in its own separate account. I really, really appreciate your generous donation. How are you doing today, Barlett? Yeah, there's a lot of bad people out there, King of the Weather. There's a lot of weirdos out there. There's a lot of bad people out there. There's a lot of sociopaths, psychopaths out there. That's why I always say, guys, so King of the Weather, all the other people on stream, if you are adult, if you are a child, please be safe. Don't go with a stranger. Don't go with anybody you don't know. Hey Flip, how are you doing today? Thank you, Barrett, for donating a flower. Jazz hands to you. Jazz hands to you. How are you doing today? Barlett, really, really appreciate you and your generous donation. All proceeds goes in its own separate account. So you're really helping me get one step closer to paying off my student loan debt. So yeah, on social media, be as nice to people as you want. Like, be as nice, but as always, don't share your identifiable information. Don't share your address. Don't share your contact information. Don't share the state in which you live in. Do not share your full name, government name, middle name, last name. Don't share any of that. Don't share your social security number, anything like that on social media, right? But when you talk to people on Uniquely Mia's live stream and on other streams, feel free to be as kind as possible. Spread that positivity. Be kind, but also have those boundaries. However, when you come into contact with people, right, in real life, right, when people who you can see and they can see you, whether that's a stranger or whether that's somebody you met on social media and they just spontaneously meet you, be careful and be safe, right? Because there's a lot of interesting people out there. What is that? Oh, there's a lot of
Blessing day to everybody.
yeah, there's a lot of like scary people out there, and they will abduct people and they will do terrible things to them. So we went to the Mind of the Serial Killer Museum. You have like a tissue here.
Ooh, strong. Thank you.
We went to
Some macaroni salad. You want some?
oh yeah, thanks. Thank you so much for the high fives. Barlett, really appreciate it. Jazz hands to you, jazz hands to you. I really appreciate that. Means you agree with me. Yeah, you gotta be careful because there's a lot of messed up people in the world. Like genuinely messed up people in the world. So you got to be very careful, King of What. Like it's very sad. It's very sad, but it's a true fact. It's a true fact. That's why stranger danger is a real thing. If your parents or your sister has taught you when you're in public, don't disappear from their sight or anything like that. It's because they want to protect you. So definitely be safe for sure. Um, Gonna play Call of Duty. Okay, nice. Hey Jed, how are you doing today? Really appreciate you being here. How's everything going? Um, hey family, how are you doing today? You should brush your hair. Yeah, that's the hairstyle I'm going for. It looks like a lion's mane a little bit. Main reason it looks like that is because I've been touching it, so it kind of looks. Okay, that's funny. Oh my god, that's hilarious. So now it kind of went up, but yeah, it was straight. It was straight, but I don't care. So now it's kind of like in its poofy texture. I like it. I like my hair, my afro. My favorite hairstyle, favorite way to wear my natural hair is curly. But that's when I have to put curl cream in it, right? But like I used to do in the past, like you wet it, like after I wash it, you take the curl cream and then you braid it and you leave it for like a few days and then I take it out and it'll be really curly. Main reason why I don't like doing that hairstyle is because the hair will also get messy within the span of literally like 3 days. It's annoying. Hey Alana, how are you doing today? Excuse me. Hey Law, how are you doing today? Hey Lawson, glad you could be here. Hey Tiffany. Hey Bonds, glad you could be here. Ew, that's nasty. 1 second, guys. But anyway, how's everyone doing today nonetheless? What do you guys it's a Saturday, right? I know some people said it's rainy. That boy said it's rainy in Georgia. So I think it's a little rainy here in New York, but it's not gonna be raining for the whole entire day, so that's gonna be okay. Love the party hat. That's really cool. Thank you so much. Um Barlett for sending a party hat. Jazz hands to you, jazz hands to you. Jed, really appreciate it, Jed. You're helping get one step closer to paying off my student loan debt. Shout out to you for sending a party hat, high fives, the chili peppers. Really appreciate your generous donation today. All proceeds goes in its own separate account. So one day when I pay a portion of my student loan debt, you can say you helped contribute to that. So thank you so much. But what are your plans for today? Jed, family, Jed. I know King and Weather said they're going to like a market today. Flipwad. I know D7J had to dip out the stream, leave the stream. Raphael, everyone on stream. What are you guys planning on doing today? Would love to know. Nate, what are your plans looking like? Nate, also known as Door Bob Man, what are you doing today? I love the thank you so much for liking the live stream. Hey Sassy, how are you doing today, Sassy? You're an amazing streamer, Mia. Thank you so much for your kind words, Jed. Thank you so much. Yeah, I mean, I think I'm pretty good at it. I don't think I'm the best as of yet, but I'll take your word for it. Thank you so much. But yeah, I think I've gotten much better than when I first started. Like I've been streaming consistently for maybe a year, maybe 2 years now. Actually, I have to go back and see. I don't know. But it's been a while, and out of that timeline, I've like literally streamed. I probably missed streaming for maybe like in total out of like the 2 years to year and a half that I've been streaming. Maybe like 2 weeks, 3 weeks probably. That's when I have gone like without streaming. And even then I tried to like sneak in one stream. So takes like you build up the endurance for it, I think. That's what it is. So if there's anybody who want to start streaming, just like open the camera and do it. It's gonna be a little weird first because you'll be seeing your face and you'll see little comments pop on. But shout out to the supporters, shout out to you guys. You guys are awesome. So build a positive community, and it helps making streaming really fun. King Weather said, "Is it just me, or why do I play good in Call of Duty? Because you've had a lot of practice, King of the Weather. Practice makes perfect, as Queen Mother would say." You was tuned in at Amsterdam and you're shopping. I wish I was in Amsterdam right now shopping. Yeah, shopping in Amsterdam was really fun. The other day my mom and we came back to New York from the Peach State and we saw people going to Amsterdam. 2 flights were going to Amsterdam. I never knew Amsterdam was like a hot destination for people to fly to, but 2 people were going to Amsterdam. They had some people going to Rome, Italy. We saw some people going to Berlin. They had some people going to Germany. Some people going to Accra in Africa. Some people are going some cool places, But yeah, Amsterdam shopping was really cool. In the future, for sure, I'll go back to Amsterdam and shop with Queen Mother. But before that, we're going to go to some other cool places. When I say future, that's probably like maybe 10 years in the future. I'll go back to Amsterdam and shop again. Gigi was tuned into, yeah, we had some supporters, some OG return supporters on that stream. But shout out to you. Hopefully you enjoyed it. Hey Kelly, how are you doing today? Hey Blessing.
Remember, it's not gonna say fantastic because it ain't chill yet. It's just warm.
Oh, thanks.
Mhm.
So my mom made
Macaroni salad.
macaroni salad, guys.
We just do lunch.
Oh yeah, she's leaving to do lunch. We're going outside. I am married to public administration, criminal justice, psychology, and professional writing, guys. Okay, it'll taste better cold. Did she put too much mustard? I think it's sour because it's not cold. That is good. Thank you so much for sending a rose. Really appreciate it. iJed. No, I'm marrying you. Shad said, your shopping experience was adorable. I do. Yeah, my Queen Mother. Queen Mother and I definitely blacked out, as the saying goes. Yeah, we really did black out in Europe because she said we spent based on what we spent. But we blacked out when we went in Amsterdam because their shopping was just so amazing. Like, it's not even their shopping; it was their fashion. Like, their fashion was like, it was top tier because we came back to America and we went in like the same stores except for like the Die Brockels. I can't even say it, I don't speak Dutch. But that is because they don't have one of those in America. But we went to the Zara in America. We went to the H&M. It is completely different. Like, the clothes is just not the same. It's like the min and like and your clothing in general is like better because like even like the what is it? The fast fashion, like the Bershka store, love Bershka. Love a Bershka, it's awesome. It's like the Zara but much cheaper. Like the quality of the clothing seems to be much better than like fast fashion clothing here in America. So yeah. And like at that point in time, particularly for me guys, I was saving my money. So I went without like buying stuff in America for like maybe 5 months prior. If I bought something, it was maybe like 1 or 2 items, but it wasn't like crazy shopping. Thank you so much. iJed for sending a gold coin. Really appreciate it. Jazz hands too. So like at that moment in time, like when you know you go somewhere to shop, it's not like you're gonna recklessly spend your money, but like when you go so long without shopping for somebody who loves shopping and you see stuff that is really cool, you're like, wow, even being back here in America, like I have no desire to buy anything, and that could be because I spent like most of my money there. But like even going into the stores, like nothing's really cool here to me. Like I bought maybe 1 or 2 stuff, but that's for school, right? When I start again, so I really don't have. Europe is just better with the fashion and everything. I could live in Europe for a little bit as long as my mom moves with me because I'm moving by myself. I could live there. Guys, what do you think? Uniquely Mia takes over Europe to live there. It gotta be an English speaking place though. And it won't be anytime soon, obviously, since I'm starting a new school. Hey Evan, how are you doing today, Evan? Glad you could be here. Mia, your hair and skin looks good. Do you feel better? I also recovered. Nice. Thank you so much for your kind words, Evan. Really appreciate it. I'm feeling better. I'm like maybe like 85% better. 85 to 95 85 to 90% better. I want to say 95, yeah. I'm still getting hot flashes occasionally, but it's like coming and going. My throat doesn't hurt anymore, which I'm happy about. So I'm feeling a little better. I'm feeling much better than I initially did, but I'm not 100% yet. I'm good enough to stream, so yeah. What are your plans today, Evan? GT8 said waffle and fried chicken. Wings in Atlanta, Georgia is delicious. I've never had waffles and fried chicken in Georgia before, actually. Where'd you get your waffles and fried chicken from, GT8? Wings in Atlanta is delicious. Yeah, the wings are good. I think I might go get the real soon. Mia told me to get it. Oh no, I told you to go to Waffle House. Waffle House doesn't have waffles and chicken. You can get I don't know where they have waffles and chicken in Georgia. Waffle House just has like breakfast food. So it's like a waffle. It's more so of a sweet waffle, like a breakfast, just a traditional breakfast style waffle. You get bacon, they have chicken sausage now, so they're becoming diet inclusive. Hash browns, grits if you want to try it. So yeah. Hey, wait, how are you doing today? So this is macaroni salad my mom made. What'd you guys eat for breakfast? I think there's vinegar in here. There's green peas, some carrots, and mustard. Not mustard. Yeah, I think mustard's in here. I feel like I taste the mustard with some mayonnaise. I'm pretty sure. Or Mayo Whip, because this mayonnaise is kind of watery, so it might be Mayo Whip. Onions are also in here. And I think I'm getting full. I can normally eat more. That's how I know I'm not 100% better, because I feel like I could normally eat more. I'm just not that hungry. So yeah. But it's good. It'll be much better cold though. Yeah, GTA. That's funny. What can you tell me about the Q trip here? They have good food and smoothie drinks. That's like I've heard about that too. I've never gotten food from a gas station that was like that they had to cook personally. So I don't know if the food is good. I will say they are those gas stations though. If you want to go to like a fancy gas station in Georgia, the Q trips are definitely the ones to go to. Like anytime I was a kid and my mom would go there, I would always like clean the car window. Like I had to clean that. You had to go and just browse the aisles. The hot dogs smelled good. Anytime you go in the gas station, the hot dogs do smell good at Q Trip. So, I really want to go to a Buc-ee's one day. The only thing with Buc-ee's, I don't want to go to. I don't know if I'm gonna go to. I don't want to go to Alabama or Texas, right? But like Buc-ee's, or like I probably have to go to the southern Georgia, but even those areas are a little iffy going to the deep south of Georgia, right? But Buc-ee's, I've heard Buc-ee's is a really awesome gas station. But Q-Trip, people said it's cool too on TikTok and YouTube. The hot dogs always smelled good. It's just a really clean gas station, I think, in Georgia, like a big one. There's another one, I think it's called Love. I think that's the name of the gas station, or it has an L in it. They have them in Georgia, but like it's not like all around. That was a cool one too. Welcome, welcome. Wajad, how are you doing today, Wajad? Back from the Call of Duty match. Did you win? I'm doing good, Wajad. How are you doing today? Glad you could be here. I'm Uniquely Mia, also known as Mia, in the algorithm knew that you want to be part of a community where you are welcome for your positivity and uniqueness. So I recommend you to the channel. Make sure to like the video, consider subscribing and joining. I live stream on Mondays, 4 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, Fridays, 4 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. If I cannot live stream, I will let you know before then via community post, as I did yesterday. Yeah, Saturday and Sundays, I just do spontaneous live streams for y'all. Hey, Dammy, how are you doing today? Hey, Emily. Kamori wants to sleep with you. Well, Kamori really likes you, King of the Weather. Kamori is your cat, and you said you took care of her since she was a kitten. So, like, Kamori kind of imprinted on you. That's why. Hey, Tom. I'm feeling better. I'm like 85 to 90% better. So, I think by tomorrow or by Monday, I'm gonna feel much better for sure. I've noticed just lying down helps, but like I don't like lying down, especially like when I feel better because like I'm being lazy. But like that definitely helps because yesterday I literally just kind of laid down all day, and like and I woke up today and I feel much better. So even though I'm feeling that, lying down really helps you. What about you, Tom? How you feeling today? What are you planning on doing today? Hey, Callie, how you doing today, Callie? Hey, Jay. GT8 said, I heard Buc-ee's have good food. Yeah, and cookies. Yeah, that's why I want to go to Buc-ee's. And people said it's like a big old cafeteria. Like I've been on Buc-ee's social media, and everything looks really good. Like they have mozzarella sticks at Buc-ee's. They have those I can't eat the sandwich because like mostly beef, but like everything at Buc-ee's. They even have like the homemade desserts. It looks really good. But like I said, Buc-ee's are mostly in those deep southern states, and I don't know. I don't know why I need to be in one of those states, but I don't know. Perhaps one day we will be working on something. It requires me to be there. Hannah Weatherson. Yesterday, Mexico won a soccer match against Ghana. Okay, cool, cool. Nice. I know you're happy about that, King of the Weather. Hey, how are you doing, Pickle Pepper? Glad you could be here. I've never actually had a pickle pepper before. It's like pickle mango. If you guys know what pickle mango is. What Guyana pickles everything, those Caribbean countries. You'll have pickle mango. You'll have pickle cucumber. Pickle chicken foot. Chicken foot is good though. Like when my mom makes sour. Mm-hmm. Let her make some chicken foot sauce right now. Some chicken foot sauce with some onions, some vinegar, some cucumbers. Have chicken foot. Ooh, with the carrots. It's so good. Let my mom make some chicken foot sauce right now. That'll be so delicious, man. That'd be so good. Have you guys ever had chicken foot sauce? If you've never had chicken foot sauce before, y'all need to eat chicken foot sauce. It is so delicious, guys. So good. Hey, how are you doing, Gigi Cat, also known as Cats and Pokemon? You didn't know I was streaming? Yeah, YouTube and the notifications, but you joined right on time. How's everything going? Yeah, YouTube and the notification. I don't know what's happening with them. Um, feel better. We'll do GTA.
Buy soap.
Huh?
You want me to buy soap to wash clothes?
Huh?
Do you have your brand new toothbrush yet?
No, I used it.
Only one?
I have to look in the back. I think it was only one.
We got a past two.
But what are you doing today, Gigi Cat? What'd you guys eat for breakfast? My mom made macaroni salad, so I'm eating that right now. I'm actually getting very full. I overate, so we're gonna leave this. I don't know. It was good though. Cat said hi, uniquely mom.
Hey, Cass. Hey, everybody.
And we gotta chug some water.
I hope she had a blessed week. If she didn't, don't stress it. Have a great weekend.
Mm-hmm. Yup. Ow, my stomach.
Mia, you wore my shirt. Look how small this shirt is.
So don't wear that. When we went to Paris, we bought like the I Love Paris shirts, the matching ones, and I got the kid size because it was cheaper.
Oh my goodness, this is the kid size?
Yeah, it was cheaper. It was like €5.
And then you have my
And I don't want to pay, but like the kid size is tight. But it did fit me in the moment, so I was like, I don't care if the shirt is tight because I'm just gonna wear it for pictures. We never did take the pictures, but yeah, it was like €5 for that, and the adult one was like €9. Um, Cat said, "Hey, Queen." I mean, King of Love said, "Hey, Queen Mother."
Hey, King.
Um,
Everybody, hi.
It's sunny in Oregon. Nice, nice. That's what I'm saying. Like, we left Georgia. It was nice and sunny in Georgia. We had the trees. Even the air smelled different in Georgia. We came back to New York and it was like really cold. And yeah. It really shows you. That's why travel in the United States is also should also be like a goal of people as well as travel international. All right. Have the option, obviously travel international first because it's oftentimes more expensive to do that. But traveling within the US also shows you like, hey, you're still in the same America, but like these are vastly different places, right? Even New York. Like I never knew that until my mom took me on the Amtrak train to go to Niagara Falls. If you guys want to see that video, go to the YouTube homepage, click playlist, and click the Canada videos. But like even New York, the area that's most commonly New York where you see the city, that's just the city, right? But like going to Niagara Falls show that like they have like the suburban regions of New York that kind of looks like Georgia a little bit, right? But like that's just hours away from this main city. So yeah, New York is a ridiculously huge state. Sunny in Oregon, no rain. Is it raining in Boston, cats? What about Evan? Is it raining in Europe today? England? Hey, Abraham, how are you doing today? Thank you for your kind words. Hey, Bustin, how are you doing today? Glad you could be here. We're just having a chat session here on YouTube today. Wow, it's 82 degrees in Oregon. Very nice. Evan said, I'm back. Okay, you're back. Just outside getting tea. It's hot. It's hot here now. Nice, nice. Tom said, I'm probably going to head out, but it was nice to pop in and say hello. Hopefully see you next time live. Okay, Tom, pleasure having you on as always. Have a great rest of your day. Thank you for stopping in and saying hi. Stay positive. Hey, Scorpio. Hey, Scorpio. Hello, Uniquely Mia watching from Guyana. Welcome from like Guyana. What's it like in Guyana today? What's the weather? Hopefully rainy season isn't hitting y'all too hard.
They're having celebration going on.
Why you have celebration? Why do you guys have celebration in Ghana right now? Queen Mother said you have celebration happening. I must say you're very intelligent. Keep it going. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Yeah, I agree. Really appreciate your kind words. It's raining in Guyana. Okay, so it sounds like rain boots and poncho. Oh, what stadium?
What show is happening at this stadium?
Oh, what show? Oh, it's Carnival. Okay, cool. What shows are happening at the stadium today? Um, isn't your carnival new though? Like, or how long has your carnival been there?
Been there for independence.
Really?
So carnival is basically a celebration.
Oh,
Your freedom.
they said it's. I can't even say that.
No.
They said the show Bataradan. Oh my gosh, I apologize for the pronunciation of it. I don't know what those things are, but what do you do at those? I've never participated in carnival, so I don't know what those things are. I've seen the show, so that's cool. Well, like this year in New York, we can show you guys the carnival that they have in New York. I'll show you pictures. That's a lie. I have participated in carnival like when I was a toddler. My mom has pictures of us there. Mr. Vegas is performing. Oh, okay. Who's Mr. Vegas?
I should have been there.
Oh, Queen Mother says she should have been there. I don't know who those people are. Oh. How do you guys figure out what shows are happening at your stadium, Scorpio, in Guyana? No, but like, do they have a website or is it just on? So that's what I'm asking. Do you guys have like an official website? Because like, if it's on social media, I'm gonna be honest, it's not gonna come across my For You page most likely. So like, do you guys have like a official website where you figure out? Yeah, you have flyers, but do you have like an official website for like, I guess let's say myself, right? For international sports, like if my Queen Mother and if we're going to Guyana, right, and we want to go to a show there, how are we gonna be made aware of that? Is there a website or etc.? But that's in Guyana. We need to know before we get to Guyana, though, right? Because it's like my mom. She's like she should have been there. She could have been there if she knew before, right? So what website is there to know about that? Thank you so much, None, for liking the live stream. Really appreciate it. Oh, Boderation. Okay. Is that an artist?
Boderation is when they behave bad.
Oh, okay. Oh, they usually put it on Facebook. Okay. Thank you for that information, Scorpio. Would they behave bad? Why would you want to be there?
Because that means
isn't that dangerous?
That means it's fun.
Isn't that dangerous though? They behave bad.
Walk up yourself. That's hyper bad. Then I'm gonna walk up yourself, walk up yourself.
Your mom knows well.
Raise the leg up, head and shoulders.
No, it's a good thing she ain't there. No, it's a good thing she ain't there. We would go to that show the next morning. I just see a whole bunch of tags and it's Queen Mother twerking all over everybody. The whole place, she will do that.
Jump at the same time. You can run at the same time. You can.
Mom, you will hurt your back. You know what's gonna happen? We go home and she's like, I can't move.
Yeah,
I can't move. That's gonna be her. That's gonna be her.
But you'll feel the after effect after. Those are the moments where you're
oh my god, that's crazy.
My mind told me I could do it, but my body told me I couldn't do it.
Well, have a great time at your Bataration, Scorpio. Yeah, be careful.
So, and don't leave by yourself, especially wind up by the church. I heard a guy, there was a thing the other day on TikTok.
Mm-hmm.
A guy said he was at some bar drinking and he couldn't get a bus and he wind up walking by the cathedral, and the cathedral at night, men shouldn't be out there by themselves because they have a lot of like prostitute men's out there. So he got robbed, and they said, no, he didn't get robbed. He just didn't pay them for his service. So whether they're gonna behave back,
that's actually smart. Then they rob people like, you didn't pay me.
Yeah, well, that's what they allegedly said. The guy said
oh my god.
The working
that's hilarious.
He didn't get robbed. He just refused to pay, so they held his phone as collateral till he paid back with them.
They know about collateral now. That's funny. That's funny. But have a great time, Scorpio, at your carnival. So what's your costume looking like this year if you're participating?
The good thing about Guyana, everybody's man-made costume. We all could go down with our costume and join it.
Oh, so it's not like the official with the like Bianca. It's not like that. Oh.
In Barbados, I see like a lot of like, it looks like simple. You know, Guyana is a big country, but one of the richness and beautiful thing about Guyana is we have a simplicity-ness to us, a simpleness to us. So we're not there yet, like Trinidad.
But when we were there in August that one time, everybody was dressed up as Africans.
Yeah, but it was humble costume. It wasn't showing off like you go to Trinidad and Grenada and Barbados, everybody in their thong and everything.
Oh, okay.
It's more like a conservative kind. The ones that I witnessed is more conservative type of carnival. I noticed.
Yeah, Queen Mother keeps up with Guyana news. Yep, she definitely does. You'll be at home. Okay, so you're not gonna go out. So yeah, okay, good.
Next year, if you put it in the out meal, we can go because you never experienced Guyana Carnival before. So perhaps next year, maybe you could have like a whole carnival adventure. Like you go to Trinidad, you go to Barbados.
I can't go to Trinidad next year.
We go. Maybe we can like.
I started a new school, Mom. I can't do Trinidad.
Well, maybe next year one of the.
If I do carnival, I want to do like with the ones with the costume. Not saying I'm gonna wear it, but like I feel like the ones with the costume just to see it would be cool. So yeah.
You to Barbados? She going to Barbados?
Airline ticket too much money. I ain't paying that.
Put out the plug if anyone in Barbados want to sponsor you.
Anybody in Barbados want to sponsor Unique Lamia to go? Bianca did invite me, and I looked at tickets. It's like $700, right? It's not bad, right? But I thought, I have to get hotels. I thought tickets would have been cheaper, and then Bianca said I have to pay for the costume. That's $400, so that's over $1,000, right? And now, yes, it sounds cool.
You could stay with her.
Like, yeah, so I could stay with Bianca. So like, I would have to pay $700 for my airline ticket, which isn't terrible, right? But I would also have to go and then pay like $400 for the costume, and it's not even a costume that I like, right? So like that's over $1,000 right there. Then I have to pay for food. So like I'm thinking, so yeah, and like Bianca would leave me, and if I don't want to be left, I would have to go out ridiculously late at night. So like my mom said, my mom and I, when we go on trips, we plan stuff in advance, and it always works out to be cheaper. So one day for sure we'll go. And my mom said that's not even a cool island that she likes. So. She said, my mom said she likes Barbados, but she said the food isn't good. Yeah.
They have beautiful beach.
Yeah.
Some of the people are very uppity.
Yeah.
Some of the people are very snobby.
Yeah.
That I have met, but I have great Bajan friends. I have a lot of Bajan friends that I love and adore.
But so
my experience with the local people that I've met there.
Yeah. So I decided I'm not going with Bianca. I'm not going to Carnival with her. But if anybody wants to sponsor Unique Lamia, my mind can always be changed. But I'm not gonna pay to go because, like I said, my mom wouldn't come, and like I could go place with my mom. Like if the tickets were cheaper, like $400, I would have gone, right? But like I ain't doing that. So we'll go to carnival in another New Year, guys. With Queen Mother. Evan said it's hard finding brownie recipes these days that aren't fully flour. Wow. So what brownie recipes did you find? Kat said tonight is my roommate's birthday. She's having a house party tonight. Nice. That's why we have so many people over. I might live stream party. Nice. If it's not too late, if I'm awake, I'll definitely join that stream. Cam said, "Hey Cam, you went to Haitian Carnival when I was 14 years old. It was the day I'll never forget. LOL, my mom had no business bringing me in the streets like that." Yeah, like I remember when I was like young. I don't know how old I was, but we were in Grenada, I think, and we saw a carnival like in the city, not in the city, like in the country. It looked kind of scary, I will say. So I didn't like that, but.
Oh, you talking about you that when they wore the black?
Yeah, when they were like
That
the
was a
black paint or
carnival.
whatever.
Job job.
Oh,
Job job.
but I saw that. So
Oil down the engine oil.
yeah.
But you did Guyana Emancipation. That's part of.
Yeah, that's when I was a kid too. So I remember that too. We dressed up in our African clothing. We were in Ghana one year, and we went to like the national park, and that was pretty cool. We saw that.
And you participate in New York Carnival.
I watch it though. When I say participate, I just want to wear the costume, but I want to wear an appropriate costume. Yeah, when I was a kid, I don't remember that. I was like when I was 3, right? So I just want to I'll wear the costume with leggings, right? And like with the diamonds. I feel like that'll be fun, right? And a place with a beach by default. The weather is very moderate right now. It'll be sunny, but mostly cloudy. Nice. Cam said, "Hey Gigi, the people on the blow up mattress in the kitchen is so college dorm. LO reminds me of dorm days." Evan said, "Queen Mother, they're laughing." Cam said, "I would throw parties and game nights. I woke up and there was like 4 people sleeping on your floor." Wow, that sounds so scary.
That's fun.
Oh no, that doesn't sound fun to me.
When I was younger, it was like 20 of us, but we were all cousins. And imagine 20 of us fit in a bedroom. People were
raising the flag.
Who could fit in a bed, fit in a bed. Who could fit on the floor, sleep on the floor. And we wasn't leaving because I could have went home and went to my bed, but that was like the best time ever. We would stay up until like 3 a.m. We'd be playing bingos, we'd be playing card games.
Yeah.
I don't know how we would stay up until 3 a.m. and wake up at 5 a.m. to go walking. Talk about exercising.
Oh.
Those were the best days. Friends that you're safe with like that, and you could. Those are the best moments. Imagine every step you take, 20 of you, nobody touching you.
Oh yeah, it's true.
You're never bored.
That's
you
true.
Have fun.
Yeah. Oh, that's disgusting, man. Scorpio said they also have raising the flag. You know what that is?
Yeah, that's for emancipation when you got emancipation and a flag.
It's actually raising a flag. Oh, okay. Eric said, "Mia, hey Eric, how you doing today? Mia, you are so intelligent and educated. You are blessed with flawless fingers. Thank you so much." Kat said, "LOL, yes, Camp Caribbean carnivals are lit. It's basically a club outside. Lots of grown folks behavior." Yeah. I'll rebuke that in the name of Jesus. No, thank you. Is what? Oh yeah. I'll rebuke you in the name of Jesus. You are in timeout for that. Okay. I hope you let them hear it before they left. Else. Oh my goodness. Was that a chicken? What's down there? It's like a rooster. That's funny. Yeah. King of Leather said, "Miss impersonating mom when she breaks her back." Yeah, because that's what happened. My mom would go there and she would do all the jumping up things. She would do all that, and then we go home. Oh my gosh, my back. She can't even bend. She won't do that. The other day when we went to the dance parade, they were playing a little bit of carnival. And this time, no, carnival's people of like my mom's generation, even Bianca. But my mom and people, because like everybody, as soon as they start, not old people, all the grown adults. Soka, as soon as they saw all the grown adults start moving and dancing. I'm like, what? Even Queen Mother, she lifting up her leg. She doing all. I'm like, what are you doing? And she come home. Literally, she had to sit down. Can you take off my shoes? Can you get me something from downstairs? Like, what? So Carla was crazy. My mama heard her
It
back.
pains to be beautiful. I guess it pains to have fun in life. That's what that tells you.
Cam, you rebuked it as well. Thank you, Cam, for rebuking it. Cam's just like, Mia's gonna hate that comment.
Tell them she tells me that all the time.
What?
She says about me breaking my back.
Oh, yeah.
She say that to me all the time.
Kat said exactly. People always try to tell a woman what to do with her body. Exactly. My body, my choice. Remember it, people. Remember it. Supreme Court should remember that as well, but remember it. Evan said 2 weeks until I go full blonde. I'll try and stream it. Nice. I'm excited to see it. Thank you so much, Nun, for liking the stream. Hey, Kelly, how are you doing today? Hey, Lana, how are you doing today? Hey, Anthony, big up GT. Eric said, I'm attracted by your ring alignment. Your clean manicure nails. Thank you so much. I did take off some of my rings because it's summertime and my fingers are getting the heat makes your fingers bigger. The rings have been feeling kind of tight. So I had to take some off, and yeah. I wasn't feeling well yesterday, but I peeled off my nail polish and I put on a base coat. And that base coat sucks. It is the Builder Gel.
It wasn't nail aid.
No. Yeah, it wasn't nail aid. But it peeled off. What do you say? Cam said Mia reading TikTok comments and forget mouse. I'm not. What are you saying? Eric said thanks for maintaining your breathtaking nails. Aloha from Hawaii. Aloha from Hawaii. What's it like in Hawaii today? What's up, Anthony? What's up? As we're just chatting on the live stream, answering your questions you may have. I am dual streaming on TikTok as well. So yeah. What are you saying? Hey Nirvana, how are you doing today? Excuse me, King of Leather said, Mia, you should have told. I forgot, King of Leather. Apologies. Next time, man. I forgot. Like, shout to you.
Whenever you got it. You keep it away. They have to have a code. So whenever you squeeze that noise.
Oh yeah.
That's so pay attention.
Yeah. So you gotta pay attention, King of the Leather. Anytime I do this signal, that means that somebody needs to be put in timeout, right? So anytime I do this, that means somebody needs to go on timeout. Thank you, Nate, for liking the live stream. Really appreciate it. Nirvana said, doing great. Wow, it's 4:14 a.m. What country or state are you tuning in from? Because I know some of those states, California, Las Vegas, different time zones, San Francisco, but I'm not sure what time it is there. What is your ring size for your fingers? I have no idea. I don't know. You see, all them have ring guards too. So I don't know. How's my weekend so far? So far, it's a weekend. It's going good so far. No complaints. I woke up this morning. So that's always a plus, right? God was like, you could wake up again. So, yeah.
Thanks for allowing you to wake up again.
Yeah. Yep. Thank you. Yep. What will you do if you get drafted? I can't tell you on social media. Go check out my live stream from yesterday. Run. What? This is when dual citizen coming clutch.
Forrest Gump, the movie. I don't know why it came to me all of a sudden.
I don't know.
I just heard her voice. Run, Forrest, run! Run, Forrest, run!
Yep.
Run, Forrest.
But yeah, as Queen Mother said, run, Forrest, run, guys. But thanks for answering our pleasure, Robert. What are you doing if you get drafted? Guys, how many people actually going? You know, like, if females don't get drafted in the US, that's a male thing, right? So, but like even people who did get drafted back in the day, they said they used to be doing a whole bunch of stuff to themselves so they didn't have to go. That's what they said. They said they cut off their toe. They said they would fake like an illness. Yeah, some people. They were like they used to do that so they didn't get drafted because it's not their war.
Ali was the greatest. He just said I wasn't going.
Yeah,
I ain't going. I'm not going to fight no war. Lock me up. He so bravery. Because what you just said, if a lot of people did things and lied to avoid going, it takes a great person to stand up and say, you know what, I'm not going. Do what you got to do. And a lot of people don't have that bravery, and he probably was one of the bravest.
Yeah, like
Wow.
I ain't doing that, man. Kat said I'd never get drafted. Like exactly right. Eric said, please brag about how long your fingers are. Yeah. I don't think I have the longest fingers ever. It's longer than my mom's. My mom has baby hands. I'm growing out my nails again now, which is cool. It's actually starting to grow. Nail products are helping with growing, I think.
Your fingers
So
are
yeah.
longer because I made it with you know who, and our DNA clash, and you were.
Oh my
You're a
God.
product of that.
What's
So you
wrong?
got to be greater than me. You got to be taller than me. You got to be greater than me.
She is short. I don't want to be my mom's. If you were my mom's height, no judgment. But like, she gotta look up to everybody. Sometimes I just ask her if her neck hurts,
That's what you
and she'd be staring. She'd just be looking at.
do not be looking up to everybody.
Yes, you do, bro. You do look up to
I
everyone.
stand way across from them and I look at them.
Mom, you gotta look up. So if you stand way across them and you look at them, you'll be looking at their chest. So you have to look up when you look at people.
You want to hear something?
My mom has to look up at like everybody.
One time, Aiden mommy said she was gonna beat me up, right? So I went looking for Aiden mommy, and I never could find this girl. But she was always around, scratching my car, doing a whole bunch of stuff, and I never could find the girl.
Huh?
And one day Aiden had a show, and I was there, and his mommy showed up, and I said, "Where?" He was hugging her. She was his height. I was like,
she is not his height.
I was like, that's
she is not his height.
That's why I could never find her because I didn't know to look.
That is so crazy. She's that short? What?
I'm telling you, I'm serious.
Wow.
Somebody said they was gonna beat me up. So I remember I ran outside looking for the person.
Like my mom is average height for females, right? She's average height for females.
I'm 5'6". I'm
Mom,
5'6".
she's like you. Oh, she's not no 5'7".
I'm 5'6".
You were not 5'6".
Yes, I am.
You're like 5'5".
No, I'm not.
You're like 5'5".
I went to doctor all my life. I know my height.
The ones on your license is not. Don't listen to that. But like, she is not. She's not 5'7". She's not 5'6", bro. She's 5'5" max. My mom with heels. Even with heels on, she's not taller than me. Like my mom will be wearing heels, and I won't be wearing heels, and she's still not taller than me. And I'm like 5'8.5". So you are not that thing. Nirvana said I'm too old to get drafted anyway. Oh, so you're safe. You're safe. Cam said they're fake and slow. They're fake and slow. Nirvana. Yeah, Nirvana.
Current administration. Tell them they're gonna have a senior citizen draft.
Oh my gosh. Some people on social media said they're okay with that as long as the opponent is the same age.
Yes, you know something? It was
if the opponents are my age from other countries, we still don't got a chance, man. Those other countries be healthy, man. They be thing.
Everybody that like to sit in the house and give them an opportunity.
No, for real. Like, go and do that. Yeah.
Meet people and travel.
Yeah. Yeah, you're gonna fake slow, man. Robert said women will be drafted in the next war until age 42. I agree to next war, man. I'm going.
Hopefully women leaders and no more.
Exactly. Like Eric said, please do a hand size comparison with Queen Mother. Perhaps one day. She's not gonna get up now and do it.
My nails are done pretty.
Yeah.
My nails are not pretty.
Kat said, I'm not fighting for nothing. My ancestors exactly were enslaved on this land. I gotta fight for you phrased it perfectly. This is why you're the press secretary, Cats. Like that is a perfect. I love that statement so much.
Still waiting for reparation.
Like exactly. We're still waiting for reparation, as Queen Mother said. And now they want to draft us and make us fight for the land again. And then after the war, what do we get? Nothing.
They gave they said. Now you gotta go fight again for reparation.
No, I'm not doing that. How tall is Queen Mother? She's like 5'5" max.
5'6". Don't stop trying to take.
You are not 5'6", Mom. If she's 5'6", that's crazy. My perception of height is really bad. I do say, you know what? I will say my perception of height is probably really bad because I've met Cam and she looks kind of tall to me, but she says she's not that tall. So yes, my perception of height is probably bad, but I don't think my mom is that tall. I really don't. Kira said, Why are you reading comments? Where are you reading the comments from? Where else y'all? I'm also live streaming on YouTube as well, Kira. So at Uniquely Mia, if you guys are enjoying the live stream on TikTok, feel free to ask your questions. Thank you, Blessed Child, for liking the stream. I'm more than happy to answer y'all. But if you guys are enjoying this live stream and you guys want more live streams from Uniquely Mia like this or more spontaneous ones, go ahead to my YouTube channel, subscribe there. Yeah, what's your question for me, Blessed Child? I'll be more happy to answer it for you. Welcome back, Tom. You just couldn't stay away, but welcome back, welcome back. You are more than welcome. What'd you do off stream? Did you eat breakfast? King of Weather said, my girlfriend told me to be ready at 8:45 a.m. for the Saturday market. Okay, that's sweet. You guys are gonna go to the market together. Very nice, very nice.
She told him already. King of the Weather, she's telling you.
Oh my God.
Oh my goodness. Let me not start drama.
What? You gonna make them fight? Really?
No, I don't want to.
King of Weather gonna go to his girlfriend like, I can't listen to you anymore.
No,
Queen Mother said you cannot tell me what to do. And his girlfriend gonna be like, Queen Mother? Who are you calling Queen Mother?
I would call and say, hey King, can you I would love for you to come to the market with me. Do you want to come?
What if he says no?
Well, then he could say, I want to play Roblox. That's okay. And then she could
They're
say,
gonna
well,
fight.
and then no, and then she could come.
His girlfriend already told him that he's playing games too much. Like
No,
King of Weather said that his girlfriend said she has a
she
game
has
addiction.
balance. She can't take him away from everything he enjoys. She is part of his life, and Roblox is part of his life too. So it got to be a balance. You can't give up everything you enjoy. Because what if she decides she want another boyfriend and she don't want him? He's not gonna be as great with the game because he gave it up completely because of her. He can't give up everything completely. You gotta balance it out and be inclusive.
Oh my God. Please brag about how pretty your hands are. I don't know. My nails are really nice. This is my hand. So yeah. I don't really brag about my hand a lot. What are we saying? Cam said, I'm sorry, but is it King of the Weather like 10 years old? And he's doing all these things with his girlfriend. Are your parents watching? Yeah, are your parents watching? But hey,
when he get older.
Yeah, look at Jay. Jay told me he had like 6 girlfriends already.
He said he had a girlfriend for every.
Yeah, he's like in kindergarten he had a girlfriend, and in first grade he had a girlfriend, and then he jumped to like 4th grade. He's like he had 2 girlfriends, and then and then his mom said he has another girlfriend more recently.
He went up to his school and he's walking around.
Yeah, like the girls like.
The girl was looking at him and blushing, and I was like, "What's that?"
I was like, "Dude, you got a girl," and he got so upset. So he knows. Like he knows because it was so funny because I saw it too. Like this. Okay, so you guys are my nephew, and I'm the girl. So that's how she was looking at him. Like she looked at him and she was staring at him too.
These little girls, watch your son.
And my nephew was like this. He was like this. And I looked at him and I started laughing. He's like, be quiet. He's like, what are you doing?
Hug him. He didn't want me to speak.
He took the money though. I gave him money. He took the money. He didn't want the money. He wanted the money though. So that was funny. But he has a girlfriend. So yeah. His mom said like anytime like we get like if we give my nephew like something girly or his mom gives him something girly like a bag charm or like I don't know something girly that a boy could use too. His mom says that it just disappears.
And she said he could go in and take her perfume and give this.
Oh my God, that's some expensive perfume, man.
G have a girlfriend too.
He does.
They was calling him one time Lawrence was sleeping and he answered the phone on speaker and G had on his headphones and it was like 4 girls on the phone giggling. All I could hear was
oh my God.
And I was like, oh my goodness.
Oh,
and I ain't saying nothing. I just stayed on the phone and I was just listening and G had his headphone on and they was conversating. It was so funny. It was so funny. These little kids are young. I didn't know how to protect my sons like that because I think these little girls are much more brave than the boys. I think we tell boys, like, hey, don't be too aggressive. Don't Seeing the girls, so the little boys are more laid back. These little girls are very aggressive. They giving eye contact, they giving a smile. They requiring gifts. They requiring you to go to the market with them on Saturdays morning.
That's funny. Cam said, right, but King of the Weather is being summoned at 5:45 to the market like an old man. And she got school girlfriend. Tell her like exactly. Kim is the world. What is it coming to, man? This is crazy. Eric,
What is she gonna bring King of the Weather chicken nuggets and fries?
that's funny. Eric said, "I'm so attracted by your hands. They look like hand modeling hands. Okay, cool. King Leather said, nah, I can't share my age, but I'm still a kid. Okay, cool. Good safety guidelines right there. Love to see it. Hey, how you doing today? Shams, glad you could be here. Caveman Forehead. Thank you so much. Shout out to the ancestors. Caveman Forehead. It shows that evolution is possible. Cam, I'm older now. Okay, nice. Thank you, Nate. Thank you, Nun, for liking the stream. Hey, www.baddies. That's funny. But how's everyone doing today, both on TikTok and YouTube? If you haven't, let me know already. Would love to know. What are your plans for today, guys? If you guys haven't already claimed your $5 movie ticket, feel free to do so. If you are a T-Mobile member, I think today's actually the last day you guys can do that.
You claimed yours?
Yeah, so
What movie you want to see?
I don't know, some I Love Boosters or whatever. It's not a movie I want to see. I want to see The Obsession, but all the movies I want to see is number $5.
Oh, so what the TV?
But I think it's I Love Boosters.
What they do? Go to the app.
Yeah, to claim the movie ticket, it only works if you have T-Mobile as your service provider. So just download the T-Life app and then put in like your number, your information, and then an icon should come up. You have to download the Atom app too. And it'll give you like a coupon code and you can get a $5 movie ticket. It's one per user, right? So any theater it works with.
Saturdays too?
Yeah, it works any day of the week, but you just have to claim the ticket by the deadline. So today's the last day to claim it, right? And you can buy the ticket for like Monday through Saturday or Sunday, any day of the week. So yeah, like I said, it doesn't have all the movies. It's very specific movies in the theater that it's for. I guess it's for movies that they don't think people would see, right? But it's just random ones. So claim your ticket, and we shall see. This thing died, bro. How did it die? Oh my gosh! 1 second. Okay. I gotta get ready for 8:45 in the morning. Okay, nice. So, is there anything in particular you're on the hunt for, King of the Weather, when you go to the market today?
I think you should look for a little. Walk with money to buy her a little chocolate or candy or something.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
And have a little $2 to get her juice if she get thirsty or ice cream cone, depending on how warm it is.
Yep, you're for Queen Mother.
Your emergency money so you could get home without her.
Like, get home without you can't leave her. Oh my gosh.
She tried to like not be right. He gotta leave.
Can you grab a big apple? No, I don't like apples like that. And I've never been apple hunting, honestly. I mean, apple picking. My mom said that would be fun to do in the summer. So, no, when I was at school, they had like the green apples a lot and like it was smaller. Remember guys, when you eat like chicken or fruits that are too big, got a lot of hormones in it. King of Leather said, Rizzo, why do you want her to get a big apple? Hey Patrick, how are you doing today, Patrick? Glad you could be here. I'm Uniquely Mia, also known as Mia, and you are welcome for your positivity and uniqueness. So make sure to like the video, consider subscribing, and join the community. How's your day going today? Hey, how are you doing? Bond, glad you could be here. S. Patrick said, when I go to the market, I look for great deals. Yeah, it's a smart way to move, honestly. Smart way to move. Just buy stuff that are on sale, or like if you go to a farmer's market, you can buy stuff in bulk, right? And then you can freeze the stuff so you won't have to buy it at a later date. It's actually pretty cool. I mean, I don't really go to farmer's market. If we go to farmer's markets, it's more so spontaneous. We went to a location. Wow, they have a market here, but we really don't buy it because like the stuff is supposed to be healthier, but they're also more expensive too. But I guess that's why, because it's supposed to be healthier. But I don't want to buy it if it's more expensive.
When that thing leave your body completely, we're gonna get the flu shot.
So yeah. You're laying down on the couch. Very cool, very cool. Definitely take your time and chillax. It is a weekend and it's very early in Oregon. Look at a seashell, guys.
You told him that chair sitting in your grandfather made it.
Yeah, my grandfather made this chair.
That's what he did as his profession.
So yeah, that was his profession. He was really good at it, but alas, he did not teach any of his kids it. The skill of it. Because he would have been making a lot now too. This is like a rare skill, even in America, I think. Handmade chairs. Most of the chairs are more manufactured made, and he had a big company in Manhattan where he did this. He did it in Guyana, and then he used to sell to Fagotees in Guyana stores, and then he had to move to America because his products, he couldn't buy it anymore because they had a president who was restricting it in Guyana. Then he came to America, and then he got a building on Manhattan, and he sold it there to all the other fancy stores.
He used to sell it to TV shows.
Yeah, to TV shows and all that. Yeah, he's really good at it. He should have. If you're good at that skill, you should have taught your kids. But alas, he didn't teach it. I guess he didn't think it would be a skill, a trait that would be thing, right? That would be still sought after, right? So it's okay.
Well,
yeah.
My father's from a time where girls shouldn't.
Yeah.
Supposed to be in the workshop.
Yeah, so if he told my mom for sure, that would have definitely been something cool. So yeah, the one kid who probably would have most likely had the skill and make it big, he didn't teach her.
And you know what's funny?
Yeah.
I was always in my father's workshop.
Really?
Because my father used to make me, those Clark slippers.
Oh yeah.
Clark slippers. I used to have him making me. He made my Michael Jackson jacket. I have to, because he's a tailor too. You have to know.
Oh
I
yeah.
always used to be there having him make me stuff. He used to make me toy furniture. Like I had the doll couch, the big sofa. He made everything my dad made for like the stores to sell for adults. He made me a mini version.
Oh wow.
But while he was doing that, he could have been teaching.
Yeah, sexism at its finest, guys. That's one thing about the older generation, right? You don't fault them. You can't, because it's like it was just the way they were raised and their ideals. But exactly, because it like even in Ghana now, it could have been international, Caribbean, outside South America, United States. People would pay for these chairs, guys. When do you see chairs like this now? You really don't.
We could start a school because
he's too old for that. He doesn't want to do that, Mom.
A lot of
doesn't want to do that.
A lot of posters out there, but they don't have eye and the creativity. My father made some, even a gold chair in.
Oh yeah, that chair you guys saw on stream the other day. My grandfather made that one. There was 2 of them, but one of them got damaged, but he made that one. So yeah, some cool stuff my grandfather made, but sexism and the boys didn't want to learn. Too bad. The skill's no longer here, at least in our family now. Hey Jamar, how are you doing today? Glad you could be here. King of Weather said, Jamar, what do you mean? Yeah, what do you mean by that? Thank you so much, Nate, for liking the stream. I really do appreciate the support. And shout out to everyone who's here today. Really appreciate you guys for being here. If you guys have a comment, question, concern, want to get my opinion on something, feel free to type it in the chat. I know there was somebody on TikTok who wanted to ask me a question, but they never asked their question. So it's okay. Yeah. Let's see. Is there anything in my head that interesting that happened?
Any special things that's happening this weekend?
Yeah, guys. Anything special happening this weekend for y'all? It's the same old weekend for Uniquely Me, and nothing special.
The mayor of New York said 1,000 New Yorkers could apply to pay $50 for the World Series or World Cup tickets. You heard that?
Oh, I didn't see that. They give you seats in the back, or is it like the Broadway Direct where they give you seats in the front? I want to know that before I pay.
I don't know.
I don't know how long I'll stream for King of Weather. Honestly, the way I stream is just based on the conversation, see how the engagement is, right? Because when the conversation tends to die in the chat or decrease, that's when I tend to end the live stream, because I don't want to stare at the camera, and I'm sure you guys won't be staring at the camera. So yeah, as long as there's conversation flowing, we'll be on the stream. But if not, I'll probably go ahead and end it soon. But as always, if you guys want to get my opinion on something, etc., I mean, I could tell you about the Jesus movie I saw. I spoke about it and parallels that I saw. We didn't really have that full discussion. You guys like, oh man, she talking about religion again. If you don't believe in religion, don't listen. But we saw Jesus of Nazareth the other day, right? And yes, I do know it's a movie, so yes, they probably dramatize it a little bit, add a lot of things in that they shouldn't add, but at its core, it's a really good movie, and they stick close to the Bible because my mom really loves the movie. She wouldn't love it if they didn't do that, right? Oh, as I said, there was a lot of things that stood out to me. Jesus just always moving, him not being stagnant, right? Spreading his message. So when people want to say, "Oh, you shouldn't travel, you shouldn't do this, you shouldn't be moving so much, you shouldn't like it," it was if you believe in the idea of this person who came and died for your sins, then by default you shouldn't really bash that, right? And then in addition to that, it did reiterate what I said, right? He did at its core go against the law of, and it was so funny because like the Romans, it seemed like the Roman general in itself, it wasn't them who really wanted him to be outed, right? It was, I'm not going to say who, but watch the movie, read the Bible, make your own interpretation. It was a specific group. Yeah, it was the people he was born into who really wanted him to be outed. So the Roman general gave the people the choice, and they all voted to save somebody else, not him, right? And then another thing that stood out to me too, my mom, when I was a kid, even now sometimes, like I went through a phase where sarcasm, I loved it so much. I still like it now too. But like I always used to tell my mom no when she asked me to do so. I still do it sometimes too. Huh? Stop playing the ball up here. Oh, but I always used to tell my mom no when I was a kid. Like she would ask me to do something, like no, I didn't want to do it. Even now, sometimes I don't know. I just like saying no. That's why. So like, but I would still do it, and my mom used to get so annoyed. She's yelling at me. She's like, "Why are you saying no? Like, why are you saying no? Just say yes if you're gonna do it anyway, right?" But when I said no, I still did it. And there was a quote. There was in the movie, Jesus was telling little kids a story, and he was like, "I'm gonna tell you a Bible story." And the story went, the man had two sons. The man asked one of his sons, "Hey, can you go and tend to the sheep, right? Or the cattle, something like that." And the first son said, "No, I'm not going to do it," right? And then man went to his second son and was like, "Can you go and tend to the cattle?" Right? And he was like, "Yes, of course, father, I'll go and do it." Do you know which son actually tended to the herd? It was the one who said no. When I look at that, I looked at my mom and she said nothing. So now she cannot tell me nothing about saying no. And that reminded me of the story, right? When we were speaking a little bit about the idea of light and darkness, and the idea of, let's say, Michael and then Lucifer and the various tasks, right? That related to that idea a little bit based on what I was saying in the past. So it just shows, you just have to, that movie really showed me, you just have to rewatch movies and read different Bible verses and different stories with different mindsets, because like things will become more clear to you, like, wow, I never thought about that before. Because when I was a kid, I never paid attention to the movie like that. So I never thought about that idea, that parallel, but rewatching the movie, it was like, wow. And then another thing too, Jesus never had kids, right? He never had a kid. But yet most people want to say people's purpose on earth is to have children. Tell that to God or Jesus who died for your sins. Where's his children? I mean, we are all his children, but where's Jesus' kid on earth? Never had a kid. So yeah.
Also teach
Mhm.
never judge somebody by their first reaction.
It did teach us that too. Yeah, it did teach us that too. Never judge them by their first reaction, which is a good one too. But so that's what happened. When I was a kid, you always judged me by my first reaction of saying no.
No, I never judged you. I always correct us about
So
do something. I said you said no, and you're doing it with an attitude. Well, isn't it better for you to just be happy and do it joyfully?
but I'm not joyful doing it. That's the thing. I'll do stuff, right? But I'm not going to be joyful about it, but I'll still do it. Would you rather me be joyful and not do it, or be mad and do it?
No,
Because you're not going to do it.
that scenario,
Excuse me.
He was speaking in the context
Uh-huh.
of which one obeyed the father wishes.
Yeah.
So that's what it was just about.
Yeah.
Just saying that which that's all. Read your comments.
She trying to justify her. She trying to go against what the movie said. But that's it, guys. That was it. It was a good one. King Weather said, "I low-key have knowledge about the Inca civilization." Okay, cool. You want to share that knowledge with us? That's cool. Yeah, we can have a conversation about that. I mean, I don't know much about that civilization opposed from what? Um, they were never colonized because they were geographically located in an area that was really hard. You know how Russia was never colonized because it was really cold, and they lived like they're situated like inside of a mountain. The Incas were similar to that a little bit too, right? So it made it really hard. Mayan culture. The Inca civilization lasted 132 years. Wow, pretty good, pretty good. That's a long time actually for a civilization. Hey, how are you doing? MHZ, glad you could be here. Hey, how are you doing? Um, Boo BB, how are you doing today? Glad you could be here. Thank you so much for liking the stream. Really appreciate it. Hello, Miss Nikki. They have secret capital city. Very cool. Where's the secret capital city located? Hey, Jones. Yeah, they're similar to them. I think so, yeah. I don't know. King of Weather said religious place was Machu Picchu. Yup, world wonder for world Machu Picchu right there.
What's Machu Picchu?
It's a world wonder. It's like their civilization. It's in Mexico, I think, or somewhere. Brazil, I think. No, it's in Brazil, I think. Oh, it's in Peru. Pfft, sorry. Yeah, Peru. It is. You always go to this one place. Okay. That's interesting, King of Weather right there. That's very interesting. Okay, what are we saying? The only way I could do that
What do you
was
think about Mary when
if you
Jesus
had
was
to do
when
the
Jesus was in the
what? What
having
happened?
having conversation with the religious, the wise men, and the prostitute Mary ran in and cried on his feet, and she was like, "When I came into your house, you didn't wash my feet." She washed my feet with her tears and dried it with her ear. What do you think about that parable?
Yeah.
You didn't remember that? You fell asleep on that part?
No, I saw it. I mean, I guess it was good. I guess it was okay. That part, yeah. I mean, I don't know. Like that was just a part in the movie that I guess it didn't stand out to me, right? I mean, I guess she saw enough. I guess she knew she was a sinner, right? So it stood out to her in terms of, hey, this guy, Jesus, right? He was somebody at the time who was saying all these scriptures, and I guess he's yeah, and and she witnessed the miracle, so she believed that he could forgive her of her sins. So she saw an opportunity and she seized it. So yeah, in terms of saying, "Oh, she washed my feet with the tears," I guess he saw that as a way of saying, I don't know, maybe it could have been like, "Oh, humility in a way." It could also have been sexism. I don't know.
The rich and powerful was trying to kick her out and said she didn't belong there.
Yeah.
And he was drawing to them. When I came into your house, you didn't wash my feet or did this, but she just washed my feet with her tears and dried them with her hair. So he's showing that the level of heavenly thing that she did to him, and they're trying to label her as the worst that she didn't belong.
Yeah, main thing about the movie too that it really showed, like, even as I always say, like, if you had a time machine and if you're gonna go back into any era where any era where the royal family had immense power, you gotta ask, are you gonna go in the church or are you gonna be royalty? I always say I'm going in the church. I'm gonna be the high priestess. I'm gonna be the high priest, right? So, the reason why the church is always the most powerful. So when watching the movie, right, it really showed you that, hey, even in the era of Jesus, the church still was the most powerful, but they also did not believe in anything that threatened their power. Because at its core, Jesus in the movie, and I'm sure in the Bible, right, and I'm sure if they were a real person and that actually happened, he actually did go to the high septic synagogue or whatever for his church where his people was. And it was those same people who ultimately betrayed him, right, and turned him away, right? So, and the main reason why they did that is because his message threaten the laws and their message, right? And they did not want to lose their power. He didn't come in a way that they believed she should come, right? That's why a lot of people say if we ever get another prophet like Jesus in modern society, he's going to come in a way that nobody believes. He's not going to come blue-eyed, blonde hair, right? And people aren't going to accept him, right? So, yeah, or he's not going to come with great wealth or something like that, right? So, yeah, so that's what it showed. When somebody emerges who threatens your power, you don't really like them. So that's what it showed in the movie too. Another example. So it was interesting.
Happening today, different way
What?
in society in the world around the world today with wars and stuff.
Hmm?
People killing each other because they feel that's the one threatening their way of life.
People, wars always existed. People often just go to war because they want more land and they want more power. It's not necessarily because they're threatened by those people. It's very rare that if you look at history, if you study history and the reason why people go to war and like the great people who conquered nations, they really didn't go to war because they were threatened. They went to war because they want more power and they want more land and territory, right? Even in the ancient days, war was a way to show your power and acquire more wealth, right? So, yeah, I mean, yeah, it's not really because you want to control. Yeah, even when you even if you look at the Crusades war, there was like the first crusade, the second crusade. It wasn't to spread the idea of religion. It was to get more. It was to get more money, get more territory, get more power. Religion was just a way that they used to get the support of like the kings and the queens and the noble people, right? That's what it was, right? You need a core message. At the core message, right? If you look at politicians, right? Even in modern society, somebody runs for office, you're like, when I run for office, this is what we'll do. But then when they get in office, they have a lot of other little agendas that they're pushing. That's what war is. They'll have like this one message, the Crusades, I'm going to war to spread Christianity. Yeah, really? Look how much stuff they stole during the Crusades. Look how much jewels, how much artwork they stole during the Crusades. Look how much land they got. Look how much money they got, right? So yeah, it's just the message to get supporters, right? It's just the message to get the support in. Once you actually have the support and you're actually there, a whole bunch of random stuff is gonna happen. So yeah.
So what does that tell you? Should you question everything? Should you not be in a hurry to join this or that?
I mean, you should question everything, right? Because at its core, you're gonna have to join. You're gonna have to choose a side, right? Like you can't really stay neutral unless you're rich. And even when you're rich people truly don't stay neutral. So like that's why you should always be critical thinkers and should always do additional research, right? And then join the side of the war that helps, right? Or be like the Vanderbilts, invest in both sides. So one side loses, you'll still have money from the other side, right? So yeah, that's what the Vanderbilts did when during the World War. It was the Vanderbilts. It was during the World War, guys. Like they invested in Europe, they invested in America. That's how they made most of their money. They didn't really lose out on the war. So either invest in both sides or critically think about it and look at it in a way to make money or a way to where you get out on top is what I'm trying to say,
So
essentially.
based on your studies of
So, yeah.
which side win? Which side would win? Invested in let the money be neutral and go for both sides, or be emotional and based on your opinion and things.
I mean, go with the money. Opinions don't really get you. Opinions only go get you somewhere if you're powerful, really. Like if you have a lot of power, if you got a lot of support, that's the only time opinions matter. If you don't have that, the money's gonna be the best way, right? It's like I said, the perfect example that I always use is when we were in Europe, right? And we went to these fancy stores and we were spending a lot of money there. They didn't care who we were. They just knew that we had the money to buy these stuff, so they treated you the best you can be treated, right? So if we had the power, right, then they would care about our opinions, right? When you have the money, they care about your opinions. They just gonna treat you better, right? But if you don't have the money, right, then for your opinions to matter, you need to have the support. Like if you're looking at social media, that's oftentimes why certain brands like those like what is it? Those crazy those influencers will have these brand collaborations where they're getting paid a lot of money. It's because they have like millions of followers, so their opinion matters. That's why during eras of political unrest or elections in America, you'll often see people on social media saying, "Hey, why are you following this creator? This creator hasn't spoken out about their political affiliations." Or they'll often be like, "Oh, this creator right here, this famous person said they support this individual." That's important for people because they have a mass following, right? So one person's opinion can influence other people's opinions, right? If those people can't form their own opinion. So yeah, that's what a president is. If you look at it, that's what a president is. That's what a mayor is from like a public administration government standpoint. It's just one person who has this opinion and they are in the right place to convey their opinion, and other people are electing those people because they have the same exact opinion as them, right? So if they don't have the same exact opinion, they like most of what this person says, right? Because when you elect somebody, mayor, president, governor, nobody 100% likes the opinions of everyone, right? Nobody 100% likes the opinion of that political candidate. The reason why they win sometimes is because most people like most of the opinions or they like it better than the opponent, right? So yeah. Um
You should run for office. You think
okay.
you would win? You think you understand the inside out? What would be the message? What message, if you had to run today, what do you think the message the majority of people would want to hear to vote for you?
That's a very iffy. That's a very tricky question. Okay, majority of people. I guess the majority of people, if I were to run for office, it would just be lower taxes is a big one for most people. Lower taxes, lower cost of living is very important, and what is it? Just like the idea to do what they want to do, right? So yeah, that's what like that like I said, if I ever run for like perhaps I'll run for office one day. I don't know. Maybe one day I'll run for office, maybe not. But I have the degrees for it. Right. But like at its core, my goal would just to be, yeah, like and that's why I'm saying, will I win? I don't know. Right. Because I wanna reallocate the taxes to help people who like unhoused people, people with mental health, reallocate the taxes for that low income individuals, right? Higher taxes on the wealthy individuals so we can get that money. That's where the wealthy will not like me, right? So like it depends and that can change, but my approach is more so just helping the people. When it comes to New York, residents should have discounted MTA cards, things like that, right?
But what about like the wealthy? Instead
Mhm.
of saying that higher taxes for them, right? They already pay taxes. What if they just give that money and they get some type of benefit because they paid anyway, just divert it to like different programs.
So I can do that, but then the low income may not like me, right? And then they might not vote for. So like that's what I'm saying. That's why like when you run for office, it's like to think about your mission on what my core mission is. That takes deliberation. That takes thought, and to say, okay, look at the region you're running. And if you're running for what is it, state senator, right? Or a governor, or even what is it, district representative. District representative kind of easier, right? Because you got to look at the borough. Because New York has 5 boroughs, right? So you look at the borough and you're like, okay, what does most people of this borough want? What's the demographic? If most of them are low income, you can tailor your mission statement to fit low income. If most of them are wealthy, you got to tailor it to fit the wealthy so you can win, right? But like for me, there's core things that I would like to do if I ever have the power to do it, right? To help certain people in certain demographics. So yeah, it just takes more thought, but perhaps one day we'll run for office, perhaps not. It depends. Like I said, politics is very messy. That's the best way to describe it. And 9 times out of 10, I don't care who you are. Look at people who are in politics who has won. Most of them are rich. So it's much easier to win when you're already wealthy. Even the current mayor of New York, they came from a wealthy family, right? So you need the connections, and connections start from when you're like a kid, right? Or from when your parents were. So it wouldn't be I could win, right? Wouldn't be hard. Well, it would be hard. It would be hard, right? But like it would just be much harder for me because I would need to build those connections, right? My family don't know people wealthy, right? We really don't. If we knew people who were wealthy, a lot of things would be much more easier for us, right? And particularly for me. So yeah. T Enterprise said, we need lower cost of living in Guyana. We need it. Well, that's where you would go to your Guyana representatives. Do you guys have mayors in Guyana? Do you guys have governors in Guyana? That's where you guys need to be voting in the right people, T Enterprise. And like you yourself, like if you are in a position where you can run for office, you need to do that. That's why you need to encourage your youth or even yourself or other people you know to make sure that you guys are being educated and you guys are staying well informed about what's happening in your country, right? Because the reason why if you need lower cost of living, it's because your government isn't managing stuff well, right? They could be because they're not taxing the appropriate people. And if they are taxing the appropriate people, they're not reallocating the taxes back into the country of Ghana to help the low income individuals, right? So that all plays a factor into like I saw a TikTok video the other day. There's a TikTok trend happening where people are saying you need 500 US a day to survive in Guyana. What do you mean? 500 US a day to survive in Guyana? I like you, Guyana, but I ain't coming to Guyana if I need 500 US a day. Right? I could travel other places that's much cheaper. Right? So that's ridiculous. Right? And when I go to Guyana again in the future, I'm going to do a challenge and see if I can survive off of 10 to 20 USD dollars a day in Guyana. Right? Because $500 a day, that's ridiculous to hear on social media. Right? And I see a lot of creators pushing that. And if that's true, that's very harmful for Guyana from the perspective of an American. Because from the perspective of American, we can travel to a lot of other places that are going to be much cheaper for us. Exactly. It's bad marketing. It really is.
You never know.
Exactly. So that's why I said when I get there, I'm gonna do a trend and see if see how true that is. Hey Abby, how are you doing today? T Enterprise said, like you said, they say one thing during elections and a next thing when they get into office. Yeah. So that, and you know when it comes out, so what's your legal system? Not your legal system. What's your representative system like in Ghana? Do you guys have mayors, governors? Okay, so you have mayors. Do they have like the House of Representatives, like those people they vote in and out?
Yeah, they have parliament.
So this is where it comes from. When you vote these people into office, your parliament, if it's like the United States, I think every 2 years we have to re-vote in the House of Representatives and the Senate in the United States. It's every 2 to 3 years. And if those people don't listen to us, that's where you have the power to vote them out. Because when they don't listen, you vote them out the next year, then that shows the people who's still there, oh, these people are actually right. So us as constituents, we do have the power to make change, but you really got to utilize that power. Here in America, most people oftentimes focus on presidential elections, and once if somebody wins who they don't like, they're like, oh man, this is the end of the world. No, it's not the end of the world. You could vote for governors, you could vote for mayors, you could vote for senators. Presidents, at least in the United States, and if it applies similar abroad, presidents really only have control over the executive branch, right? And executive policies. And yes, sometimes those policies can affect all Americans. However, 9 times out of 10, it's going to be your mayors, it's going to be your governors who really impact the laws and policies that affect your life as a citizen. And I'll be honest, as if something doesn't affect your life as a citizen, you really don't care about it. You could tell me yes you do, but you really don't. You care when it affects you. So yes, vote for the presidents. Yes, but you also need to pay attention to the mayors and the governors because those are the people who implement the laws, the policies that directly affect you
Raising
as
property
citizens.
taxes.
Exactly. So it's not the president who raises property taxes. It's like the mayor, it's the governors, it's those people, right? Okay, let me read some YouTube. I'm gonna go over TikTok. Kayla there said Machu Picchu was not discovered until 1911. I'm gonna tell you on TikTok, I would recommend you guys hop over on YouTube at Uniquely Mia because my phone is dying on TikTok and I do not have the charger next to me. So if my phone dies on TikTok and you guys want to continue the conversation, definitely follow me on YouTube at Uniquely Mia and hop over to that live stream that's happening now. Kayla said because Machu Picchu was so high in the Andes Mountains. Yup. So that's why it was not discovered for so long. Yeah. It's a journey to get to Machu Picchu, but it looks really cool. One day we'll go there for sure. It's a world wonder, right? But it's definitely a travel because you got to get to Peru. You got to take like a 5-hour bus and then you got to take another train. So it's a long time to get there. Kayla said, and the Incas were defeated by Spanish in 1532. Yeah. You can't please everyone. Exactly. Also, how wealthy? Like, you don't have to be ridiculously wealthy to win, right, Cam? Like a regular person who's not wealthy can win. It's just much harder. But remember, when you run for any political office, governor, mayor, president, you need endorsements, right? So that's people like donating money to you, right? And examples like when I was younger. I remember I did a phone call with like Miss Teen New York, and they were like, "Oh, Mia, we like you. We want you to participate in the pageant." I was so excited. You know what the woman said next on the phone? Oh, you need to raise like $5,000 by the end of the summer to participate though. Once she said that, I was like, you know what? I'm not interested anymore because what am I gonna go do? I'm gonna go in New York and set up a table for $5,000 in my neighborhood. I'm not getting that money. Like my family, we're not donating that money. We don't know anybody. We're not rich to donate that money. 9 times out of 10, what happens is the family will donate that money and they'll say, oh, actually, it was donated from, she actually did go and do this, right? So, or they're from a wealthy neighborhood where they can actually go set up a table and people will give them money, right? So it's little things like that that work as barriers, right? It's not to say you can't do it. It's just to say, if you do it in your neighborhood, most likely it's not going to work out where you're going to get the money, right? Or you don't have the family income to do something like that where they can just donate that money and they're not going to think about it, right? So it's kind of like that type of wealthy right there, which is why oftentimes when people who win office, they are wealthy themselves because they already have the friends, they know the people. Yeah, pay the application fee who's going to donate the money and it's going to get them in. Cam said because one of my brothers, main concern, okay, is HW. What's HW? Goes to school. Oh, you mean he goes to school for 10 years, okay, to become a doctor, and let's say he was taxed more. Oh, you mean the taxes. Okay, for high income. Tax more than more. Tax would take away half his income, which isn't fair. It's not fair, Cam, but at the same time, like it's not fair to tax the ultra wealthy, but at the same time, is it fair to tax extremely low income people? You gotta
Yeah,
ask
well,
yourself
those
that
people who
question, right?
have money,
Or not
they
even that. Is it fair to tax middle class people at high rates,
well, you
right?
know what?
So it's
Tell
kind of
Kim,
ways to think about it.
tell Kim
Hmm.
her brother have to purchase real estate.
Yeah.
He have to
Hmm.
invest in retirement
Hmm.
plan. He have to maximize all the things that he can do
Yeah.
so they're using his pre-tax dollars.
Yeah.
And it's just understanding it.
Yeah.
Get a
So
great accountant and they can advise you.
exactly. So this is why as my mom said, accountants come in because I feel like if you once you make a certain amount of money, that's a lot of
Yeah,
money.
advisors, not
At,
just because
or
accountant only deal
yeah,
with the tax.
or
You need a
advisors.
financial
Yeah.
advisor
So this is where financial advisor comes in, right? Because once you make a certain amount of money, that's a lot of certain amount of money, right? You need to know how to manage that money well, so it's not gonna be taken away from you, right? So yeah,
You need an
yeah,
accountant,
you
a
need an
financial
accountant, you need a
advisor,
financial
real estate.
advisor, real estate, you need all this. So the goal should always be to make a lot of money, right? Never think the goal is to make a little bit of money. No, the goal should always be to make a lot of money, right? But at the same time, you also need to know how to not hide the money, but put the money in places where it's not going to be taken away from you. You don't need liquid cash all the time, right? So yeah. So, um remember when you said, King of the Weather, hope you're doing fine. Then I just came with the funniest moment in history. Yeah, that is some great information, King of the Weather. Thank you so much for telling us about the Incas. Like, it was insightful. I really enjoyed it. Any more facts you got about the Incas and the Mayan people? T Enterprise said, yes, we have mayors, presidents. Okay, wow, run every 5 years? Wow, okay. That's a long time. 5 years.
When we was down there was fighting.
Oh yeah, they were fighting. People
Yeah.
said don't go to Guyana
And
during
they
election season.
out on the street when
Yeah,
they voted for
yeah,
president.
yeah. Um. Okay.
That's crazy.
What's parole like from a criminal justice perspective? When somebody's on parole, what is parole? Oh yeah, I forgot her thing. Yeah, parole is like when you have to you're released, like you served your time in prison, and then you go outside. You're released, but you still technically have a sentence. So you could have been released early from prison because of good behavior, right? Or because they became overcrowded and your crime wasn't too severe, but you still have time to serve on your sentence, right? So that's where you have a probation officer. You need to report to the probation officer when you're on parole. If you miss a meeting with a probation officer, you can get in trouble. Sometimes you may be sent to like a community house, right? Is that what it's called? Probably. The names get jumbled in my head, and that's like where you have cheap rent and you still have rules. Like in parole, you have guidelines. So maybe like you need to get a job, right? You need to donate this amount of money or pay this amount of money on rent. You cannot be in these neighborhoods where you were incarcerated. You cannot be around these people, right? And if you violate any of the parameters with parole, you can be sent back to prison either for a longer time or just to like serve your sentence again. So yeah, that's what it is when you study criminal justice. Cam said midterms, be there or be square. Yeah. Hey, One Delish, how you doing today? And Cam remind us there are midterm elections, so pay attention to that and definitely vote. Like totally, are you a Valley girl? Cam said, I don't think anyone should be taxed. Yeah, like if we weren't taxed, it would be so much easier to get to 1 million, right? That like, hey, I'm not telling you what to do, but there are people who don't pay taxes, right? You know what happens to them if they're not smart with it, right? So, but like, yeah, from a public administration perspective, taxes are good, right? Because the U.S. is in a lot of debt, and it's not our fault the U.S. is in a lot of debt, but like the U.S. takes out a lot of loans, and so the U.S., as I said, the Federal Reserve, the U.S. takes money from the Federal Reserve, which is actually the U.S. bank. That doesn't make any sense. So the U.S. owes the U.S. money. The U.S. owes foreign nations money, and technically the U.S. owes us as American citizens money because they're taking our tax money without our permission to pay these stuff, right? So taxes are good as well because Social Security is very good for like us when we work. We're never getting that. It's gonna run out. That's what my public administration professor always used to say. I don't know how true it is, but he said we are never getting, like, we, my generation, and people younger my generation, once we start working, we're never getting Social Security. But like my grandmother, my professor, maybe people of my mom's generation, maybe they'll get Social Security, and that's essentially when you retire, right? When you meet a certain age, that's income that helps people. And sometimes some people were never good savers, so that money helps them. Unemployment benefits, right? When you become unemployed, right? You may need help. It's difficult to find a job sometimes, right? And you need some money to pay. That helps right there. When we look at food stamps, that's where our taxes goes. Food stamps, education. I know some departments in education has been closed, right? But historically, that's where some of our taxes went to, right? It's not just to pay like police officers or teachers. You hear that one a lot, right? So taxes are good, right? So I do like the idea of taxes, right? It's helping people who really need the help, right? And who just need help generally, right? Well, with the problem with taxes is like when we don't need, like, people like me, like, or who just don't qualify for it, right? To get the government assistance, right? That's where it's like, what are we paying these taxes for? Benefit us, right? So taxes, I guess, a way to make yourself feel better about paying taxes. If you've ever wanted to be a philanthropist a little bit, if you ever wanted to help somebody but you don't know how, pay your taxes, and once you pay it, that's what it's for, essentially, right? So yeah, it can suck, especially if they take a lot of your money. It can suck, but just know, even though the government's not distributing it as well as it should be, right? Because they could be doing a lot more with the tax money. They are doing what they can, what they have historically done, which helps millions of people in America. So yeah. That's all from a public administration viewpoint. Hey Marcel, how are you doing today? Marcel.
Maybe that's not happening properly in Guyana.
Yeah, so that's what I'm saying. That's not happening properly in Guyana, because like even the other, like last year when we were in Guyana, like when we get coconut water, there's like a government building next to it, and my mom asked the coconut water guy, "What is this building?" Right, and he was like, "Oh, it's like what he said, it's like assistance, I think, for families or either the elderly. It was one of the two." And my mom was like, "How did they get the money?" And he was like, "Oh, once a month." And he was like, my mom was like, "How much?" And he said a low amount. I was like, "What? That's not." I was like, "That's not good." Right? So that's what it is. It's like, in the high cost of living, as T Enterprise said in Guyana, it's because the taxes are not being distributed well. And that's why I'm saying the reason why I think that exists in Guyana is because Guyana is mostly a cash-based country. And when people think having a lot of cash is good, but at the same time, the government being able to track the money electronically via credit, via debit, is very good as well, because when everything is just paper, it's very easy for money to get lost meaning stolen, right? It's very easy for you just not to know. Counterfeit money can enter the system very easily that way, right? So yeah, and tracking and paying taxes. What are you gonna do? Send somebody a letter and Ghana, you have to pay taxes? Oh, there's no credit to, like, what if they don't have a bank account, because everything in Ghana is mostly cash? It's very possible they don't have a bank account. How are you gonna get the money, right?
Was a representative.
Mhm.
Well, one night in Guyana, they said she went to the president office and she got a bag of cash,
Mhm.
and she was supposed to take the cash and go and do things in a different district. They said she never went to the district and did those things.
Like, cause why would she? How are you gonna get the money back? Right? So like, yes, it's bad. Yes, that's really bad and not ethical at its core, but like, how would they know she took the money? It's just speculation. It's just speculation.
She said she got cash from the president's office.
Oh my gosh, she actually admitted to that. That's crazy. So that's what I'm saying. Taxes and the idea of credit. Like, yes, in America, I've heard the theory of saying, oh, when you look at people in the Caribbean, sometimes people like to say, oh, you think in America you're rich. Sometimes people in the Caribbean, they have much more money than Americans. That is true. Why is that true for some people, some Caribbean people? It is true because in America, almost everything is on credit. And when I say almost everything, credit is not bad unless you go into debt for it, right? So you have to be very careful. You get a credit card, you buy things on credit. It's only ever bad if you're spending beyond your means, and when you have to pay it back, you're going into debt paying it back. That's when it's bad, right? Whereas in the Caribbean, it's now becoming new to get loans and do things on credit. But in the Caribbean, if you look at my grandparents' generation, even how my mom is doing stuff sometimes, when you build houses, when you buy cars in the Caribbean, you have to have the money at the start. You want to build a house? Okay, where's the money? There's no, oh, tap my credit card. There's none of that.
They have
Right? They have, but that's new, right? At least in my grandfather generation or whatever.
I just chose not to. I
Mhm.
just chose to because I didn't want to have a loan. I just choose to do it.
Well, does most people gotta build their house via loan?
All those big fancy mansions you seen going up, they have to be loans.
More recently, or is that more recently? So yes, that's more recently, right? However, you're looking at the older eras, right? When people wanted to do this, they had to have the cash, right? It wasn't really credit. It wasn't really loans. It wasn't as common as America, right? So back in those times, yes, those people most likely had more money than Americans, right? Because they were able to do these stuff right off the bat. Whereas Americans, you need to get a loan for this. You needed credit for this all the time, right? So, but the cost of living is also much lower there, right? So it's just your way to think about it, honestly. I'm glad you can relate, sister, but I hope you're in touch with your blackness. I don't know why I'm silent. Cam said, oh, he definitely hired a lawyer and advisor because he wants to start investing to protect his income. Okay, cool, nice.
Tell Cam is not
Mhm.
a lawyer. That's the mistake that people
Yeah.
make. A lot of times, you could repeat because maybe they won't hear me well.
I hear you, Ma.
A lot of times people think when they get money is just about a lawyer. You need to get an accountant, right? You need to get a financial advisor because they're going to advise you about the diversification of your wealth. Definitely get a real estate agent and purchase property between 2 and 4. Do not purchase a one family because if you purchase a one family, especially if you make money, you get no type of.
Wait, does that exist in other states? Is 2 and 4 family in Georgia and things?
Yeah, well, no. Yeah, I have 2 families you can purchase.
Oh.
But I'm telling about ways that can help
Yeah.
put your money there and help you deduct, get a lot of more deductions. And then you definitely need an attorney. You need maybe like an estate attorney to advise you a particular way. So different type of attorney. So, but you need all these professions. And the thing is, the great thing about America, these people's service begins free. You can walk into anything. They have like, that's why they have private banking, depending on how much money you have, and you can like just talk to them.
Yup. So that's some advice from Queen Mother. So hopefully it's helpful, Cam. But yeah. Okay, as always, do your own research and etc. Thank you, King of the Weather, for being an awesome moderator. Have a great time at the market, Saturday market that you go to. I did take you off of moderator status. So you're so smart. Okay, cool. Thank you. I do know that for sure. You love it. Very nice. So yeah, very insightful discussion. So hopefully you guys learned something from that discussion right there. As always, just to educate. Shout out to people who engaged with me with that one. So yeah, and applied your own real like examples, right, to it. What?
Drake.
Oh, I don't know. Oh no, Kima, that's not a mod right now. Yeah, there's not a mod right now, Evan. How are you doing today, Evan? I do know you said you weren't feeling well yesterday. Hopefully you're recovering. Cam said, gonna go now. Ooh, you're going furniture shopping for a new room and redoing the house. Very nice. It's always exciting to do something like that. So have a great time, Cam. Hopefully you enjoy furniture shopping. Yeah, my mom said rooms to go outlet, and if you see a pink couch, send it to me, please.
They have the same stuff in the big store. I have a dent or something.
Oh yeah,
crazy cheap.
Yeah, so check out the Rooms to Go outlet. I have a pink leather like headboard that I have in Georgia. That's where I got it from, I think, and it's pretty cool. So enjoy the shopping day. Excited to hear about how your room design / decorating goes. Thank you so much for being here and for engaging with Uniquely Mia and Queen Mother as always. We really do appreciate it. So what about everyone else? Do you guys have any other comments, questions, or concerns for me? So yeah, everything that I shared was just my opinions. I did try to tie some stuff back to public administration and criminal justice, as you saw, way of educating. As always, do your own preliminary research so you guys know. If you guys want to be more well informed, you can also check out my playlist. Go to my YouTube homepage, click playlist, and watch my education videos. Have some videos there. Hey, Lanier, good morning. Yes, I'm feeling a little better. I'm like 85 to 95% better. I think 85 to 90% better. So feeling better. We are going outside today. So yeah, I'm still on the hunt for my sneakers, my Nike Air Rifts. I did say I was gonna order it, but I don't want to order it online for some reason. But if I don't find it, I'll give myself another week of trying to look for it, and if I don't see it before then, I'll just order them online. So yeah, but does anybody have any other comments, questions, or concerns? I'm sorry for trolling. I respect you. Okay, okay, cool, cool. Definitely consider liking the video and subscribing. You are more than welcome, even though you troll. Just know in the future, if you found your trolling to be not positive, and maybe don't do it anymore, right? And definitely consider liking the video, subscribing, and immersing yourself into the world of Uniquely Mia. If you guys are a new viewer here, remember I have a Bachelor of Science in Psychology, Professional Writing, Master's degrees in Public Administration and Criminal Justice, and I got fashion videos, education videos. Huh?
And you're currently.
Oh, and I'll be starting a new PhD program in the fall. So yeah, stay tuned for that content and a lot more. So yeah. But how's everyone doing? Any other comments, questions, or concerns for me? Do you guys think you could survive Jeopardy? I don't think I could survive Jeopardy. Do 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 do. Do 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 do. Okay, no more other comments. I don't know. Did you say you just cooked for Stu? So that means you gotta buy something outside if you just cook for him.
No, you can come back in and eat that for later.
Eat what? What'd you cook?
I made macaroni salad and I fried him a piece of fish.
So I'm supposed to eat macaroni salad by itself for dinner?
They have fried chicken in the fridge too.
That thing is not good, Mom. It's been in the fridge for a week. Like, I don't know. I don't know what I'm eating, guys. I'm not eating that by itself. Lanier said, yes, I took the test to be on show. Okay, nice. Were you accepted? Or were you not accepted? That's pretty cool, taking the test. You made me think twice about being disrespectful. Was it me or was it the Spirit of God who made you think twice? Which one, guys? The Holy Spirit lives within me, as the saying goes. I almost missed a good person. Okay, cool. Lanier said, my job wouldn't allow me to take time off. Oh. Job doesn't let you take time off? I thought you just notified them. Okay.
If you have to be there for like a week or something, you have to put in vacation. Mia, when you start your real job working in the world, you're gonna cry.
What do you mean?
She gonna be like, I need a week off. They're gonna be like, what? She gonna be like, I need 3 weeks off. You're gonna be shocked. Your system is gonna be shocked to the reality of the world.
Well, then I probably won't work there long then.
Advance notice.
I thought, yeah.
Whoever's there before you will probably get the vacation days that you want, and then you'll meet some people that really don't like you. Whatever day you ask for, they're gonna be like, "Oh no, what Mia want? I want those days, and you gotta work."
We shall see, guys. That's why you don't like how something works out for you. You work for yourself, because my school had to let me do stuff. My whole life, nobody else is gonna let me let anything do anything. So I don't have to do anything, okay? I'm saying how my life is gonna look, all right? I'll get a job and I will adhere to the rules as always, right? But they're not gonna let me do something. I'll tell them when I'm gonna be here, when I'm gonna be leaving. So yeah.
You would give me a good job. Maybe it could be like a traveling thing, so you could incorporate traveling.
I don't know. We shall see, guys. We shall see. But just know, I will work for an organization.
A lot of people,
yeah.
That's the majority of people alive. They have to wait. That's
why
travel as often.
Yeah, that doesn't sound bad though. That you just got to be careful. Choose your career wisely. Is the saying.
And Meg, I just realized they said that how on my job, if I get like 8 weeks a year, I just give up. Okay, I'm going to be taking my vacation this amount of time, right? But with Meg and I recently learned in B, they said they have to work their hours to build up hours to earn vacation. That sucks.
What does that mean?
They don't get they have to put in extra hours and accumulate time. And when they accumulate time, then they get their vacation.
They don't have government jobs. That's why government jobs are the best, guys. He don't have no.
That's like his 7 weeks.
Mom, that's not a real government job, right?
Yeah.
But so that's why you have to get a government job. More of the story is choose your career wisely. And if you don't like where you're at now, it's okay. You always try to work your way up. You do got to make sacrifices. So shout out to your linear. Like, shout out to you for applying. And even though your job didn't let you take the time off, right? If you didn't like that idea of them letting you having to think, you just not notifying them, maybe you got to look for something else, right? I will say federal employment is the best that it gets. You get the insurance benefits, you get the vacation benefits. That's why it's very competitive to get in there as well. So yeah. Hey 97, 71. Good to see you happy. Okay, cool. Great. Happy Sunday. Hey Drake, how are you doing today? Glad you could be here. Streaming 138 minutes and 25 seconds. So yeah.
You woke up late today.
Yeah, but how's everything going with you nonetheless? Glad you could be here. As always, if you have a comment, question, or concern, feel free to type it in the chat. Be more than happy to answer it for you guys. But yeah.
We're doing our gym stream in the morning.
Okay.
I think we're having Monday, I think you said you want to come. Oh, this weekend is a holiday. It's Memorial Weekend, so that means people are barbecuing. That's why everybody's going out.
Where is everybody going out?
Well, this weekend, I think Monday's supposed to be Memorial, so
everybody got a holiday. We are not no soldiers, man. We don't need to be celebrating that. We did not go in the military.
Well, people
the
use
army,
the day that people get the day off from work,
etc.
They do that.
So, we have split ends. Wow. Okay. Hey, Elk. How are you doing today, Elk? Glad you could be here. How's everything going with you? Nonetheless, I will say my career path that I am going on based on my degrees is very diversified. So my schedule will be pretty cool. No other comments, questions, or concerns? Okay, so I think I might go. I did ask Mom.
Oh.
So Jake, what are you doing this weekend? You might be typing. I asked, Queen Mother asked, but I don't think she heard me ask. So, yeah, but that's basically it, guys, what's happening. So, as I said, we're going outside today. I might live stream it. I might not live stream it. I don't know. We shall see. Drake said, I'm a barbecue. My mom bought me a grill for my house and I haven't used it. Okay, cool. Very cool. Well, happy barbecuing.
What's your favorite barbecue dishes, man?
Yeah, I really don't like barbecuing dishes. Yeah, I'll take the shish kebab. When Stu makes the chicken, it's always pink, so I don't really like that. But I like the shish kebabs that my mom makes. That's pretty good.
Shish kebab is with meat. You get the shrimp kebab. Shrimp.
It's a shish kebab.
That have beef. I don't make.
No, it don't. Where did you get shrimp kebab from? Oh, that doesn't sound right. Okay. Guys, it is shrimp kebab. Is a shrimp kebab a thing?
Shrimp on a stick with pepper and onion.
That's a shish kebab. Hey, in your cell, what are you gonna have for dinner? I don't know. We shall see. When we go outside, when we come out of our activity, we'll see if we're hungry. Because my mom said she made potato salad, but I'm not eating that by myself. She made macaroni salad. I'm not eating that by itself. So, and she's like, you have chicken in the fridge? That chicken is old. I'm throwing that chicken in the garbage. I put it in the fridge just last week. And it wasn't homemade chicken, so you know it's spoiled. So, I don't know. It's either I come home, I eat I eat the macaroni salad and my mom makes something else to go with it, or I get something outside. So I don't know what I'm going to eat yet. So, we shall figure it out later, guys. She cooked for Stu. She cooked the macaroni salad and the fish for Stu. So, I don't know. But yeah, we're still here. What are you planning on eating for dinner in your cell? Drake said string beans, steak, wings, spaghetti, potato salad, King's Hawaiian rolls.
Yes.
Okay, that sounds like an American barbecue day. It definitely sounds American. Cat said, hey, Jake. Hey, how are you doing? Glad you could be here. Kenway, you love my eyes. Okay, thank you. Marcel said, wow, this is marriage material. I wish I was as smart as her. Okay. Kat said, shish kebab is found on a stick. Yeah, exactly. So like anything on a
It's
stick.
normally steak, but I usually make the shrimp.
So you changed it and you want to give it a new name that's not even known. So that's what she did. She said traditionally it's mostly steak, but using the shrimp is something new. So it's still a shish kebab. It's still a shish kebab. You just have to say I want a shrimp shish kebab, I want a beef shish kebab, or I want a chicken shish kebab. Not a shrimp shish, like that's what you have to say. Um what are you saying? And you're still said, I don't know, I'm still in bed. Understandable. And it's like 11:26. So yeah, I don't really think about dinner too early. I just eat when I'm hungry. If I'm outside, I gotta eat. If I'm hungry and I'm inside, down. Just just see. Marcel said, I've been looking my whole life for an intellectual woman. Now I see one and she's way better than me. Okay. Okay. Well, keep looking. I'm sure you'll find one for you, Marcel. I'm sure you'll find one for you. Jake said, shish kebab is beef. I agree with mom on this one. Okay. So, yeah.
I knew it.
Study material right here. Like I asked a lot of questions where we're split. Some people group me, some people group my mom. So this is like really great research material right over here. So I always say I would create a Google document, but I never do it. Maybe one day I'll actually be motivated to make the Google document. It's a lot of work. Like that's what I'm saying, guys. If you are not a researcher and you don't know, it's a lot of work. Like have you guys ever used Qualtrics? And you probably never use Qualtrics if you've never worked on a research study because you're not gonna have access to it, right? You think it's gonna take you an hour. It's not gonna take you an hour. Those little questions you gotta put in the box and like you gotta format it, it sucks. So yeah. Ew. What did I do? I need a hair tie. I'm pulling out my hair. Um Drake said shish kebab is good. So good, I love it. I think it's because of the peppers. Yeah, sweet peppers are good. I like putting what is it, zucchini?
Oh yeah,
Mm,
zucchini's good for it too.
Kat said no, the shish part means stick or skewers. Okay, and the kebab part means roasted meat. Okay. It's not specific meat. Okay, Cats, thanks for the clarification. Yeah, so shish kebab is still the same.
I should have known Cats was coming.
Cats, don't listen to Queen Mother. Don't listen to her. Don't listen to her. But Cats is right. So yeah, because shrimp is still meat.
Yeah, get to work together.
Shrimp is still meat. So thank you, Cats, for that analogy right there.
At least with Cats by your side, I know you'll get clarification. You'll get the right words to describe how express what you're trying to say.
Mia, can I date you this year? No, you cannot. Jake said, I know, Cats. I'm just being extra because it is kind of what we think of what we hear when we hear BBQ and shish kebab, at least in America. Yeah. I guess because I don't eat beef. When I think about BBQ, I just think about chicken, honestly. Then again, I really don't like chicken on the grill. Like, I like chicken, but I don't. Like grilled chicken, I don't know. I just don't like it. Anytime I've had grilled chicken, maybe that's because my mom has never made grilled chicken, right, on the grill. Maybe that's why I don't like it. But, like, you make it on the oven.
No,
Mom, I don't remember that. When you barbecued all the time, did I remember that?
when you were younger.
Would I remember that? She's always like, I used to do this, but then, oh, when did you do it? When I was a toddler, when I was a baby. I don't remember that. So, like, I've had grilled chicken when Stu makes it. I've had grilled chicken when Bianca makes it. Stu's grilled chicken is okay. It's good, but my mom always has to cook it in the oven, right? Bianca, no, it's not good. It's not good. So I don't care. It's not good. I told her that. She was like, she's having a barbecue. She cancel it. But she was like, she was having a barbecue, and to her face, I was like, make sure the mucus is off the chicken this time. 'Cause like the last time I bit into her chicken, like literally and when I say mucus, it had to be mucus or fat. Because why was I chewing something chewy and it wasn't the chicken meat? I spit it out of my hand. It was disgusting. It was disgusting.
Okay, I'll give her a tip. I'm gonna
So,
start her chicken in the oven.
oh no.
In the oven a little while and then she finish it up on the grill. I'll let her do that. Or she could start it in the grill and finish it up in the oven, but as long as she do both. so you would never complain about that again.
Jake
Saw my
said,
daughter cooking.
you don't even eat her food. The only time my mom will eat food at Bianca's house is if she goes to the house and cook the food. She doesn't even eat the food Bianca. She's never had a meal that Bianca made. Never. Never. So what are you talking about? Drake said, Katz is right though. That's 100% true. Drake said, I used to love grilled wings. I've never had grilled chicken wings before. I've only had it fried. Yeah, what does that taste like? I guess it's healthier. Yeah, I've never had grilled chicken wings before. I don't know. But they are mid-tier now. Okay. Kat said shish kebabs are good though. It's like a bite-sized meal. Excuse me. You got the bite of the meat. Roasted vegetables. Now that I think about chicken shish kebabs, it reminds me of like when we were in Paris. We had like Greek food for the first time, at least my mom and myself, and it was really good. We had like the rice and the pita and the French fries and the grilled chicken and like the hummus or whatever. It was really good. So yeah, that's what it reminds me of.
Vegetarian stuff. It was okay.
Yeah, my mom didn't eat the chicken obviously, but she had what did you have?
Some round. I forgot the name.
Yeah, I forgot the name too. But it was round. She said it was okay. It was made of chickpeas.
Let's go. It's
Yeah.
dry though. It was
Oh,
dry.
yeah. Yeah, there's not for vegetarians. If you eat chicken, go there. It was good. I've had barbecue wings that my mom's made. When you ask if I've had barbecue wings, I think about like the buffalo wings. I've never had it like that, but like my mom, she'll make like baked chicken and she'll barbecue it, or she'll like take like the huge chicken wing that Chinese gives you and she'll barbecue it. I've had that, but yeah. When I think about like the wings, I just get buffalo wings. You know, buffalo wings. That's what I've had. When I was at school, I used to mix it. The buffalo wing with like the Chick-fil-A barbecue sauce and then the blue cheese. It's good. It doesn't sound good. It is good. Drake said, and I'm not even a sauce type of guy. I can eat barbecued meat without barbecue sauce though. What? Oh, okay. Had to process that. Yeah, because that means you just grilled it. Okay. And I feel like it would be healthier there. Healthier that way a little bit too. So that makes sense. Yeah. I feel like that's how it was with the Greek food. Like with the kebab thingies. It was grilled a little bit, but then it was on like a stick. This is like the chicken. This is like the stick, and the chicken was like packed around it. Sounds good though. So sounds like you guys are gonna be eating some good food. I know Kat said they're having a birthday party today, so there's a lot of people in their house right now. So that means there's gonna be a lot of good food happening, and hopefully you enjoy it. And then Drake said they're gonna be barbecuing. King Weather was on, and they said they're going to a market today. Evan said they were recovering from a sickness. So yeah, everybody's doing something cool today. And I mean, obviously recovering from a sickness is not cool, obviously, but everybody's doing some interesting stuff and eating some good food today. Queen Mother and myself, we are heading out today as well. So yeah, like I said, I may do another stream for you guys. I may not, but we shall see. If it's gonna be a short stream, you guys know I don't like doing mini streams for you guys. That's like under an hour. So if I can only stream for something that's like under an hour, I would just make a video for you guys. But if I feel like the stream can be a little longer than an hour, or maybe like 40 minutes max, I'll do a live stream for you guys. We'll just see. But does anybody have any other comments, questions, or concerns to me? Feel free to type in the chat. Do have to get ready to go outside though, so I'll read up these final comments when you guys put it in the chat. But as always, if you guys want to start a mini conversation before I leave or anything, just type it in the chat. I've had baked turkey legs. Yeah, not legs, wings. I've had baked turkey wings. My mom just baked it in the oven. It's okay. I really don't like turkey, honestly. Like I like deli meat turkey, but like even on Thanksgiving, like I like when my mom makes Thanksgiving turkey, but I can only eat it for maybe like 2 to 3 meals max, and then after I don't like the turkey. I guess because like you don't eat it often, so when you don't eat something often, it has a very distinct taste. So that's why I feel like I don't like turkey that much. But I've never had it smoked. Never had it grilled. Kat, so what are we doing later? We are going to the movies, so $5 movie ticket. And we're gonna use the $5 movie ticket today. So 2 tickets were $10, which is the cheapest you'll get it, even like on a discounted movie day Tuesday or Wednesday is the traditional movie day that's discounted. It's never $10 for 2 tickets. So yeah. It's a random movie, like I said. I don't know if I'll like it or not. I wanted to see The Obsession. It's a new horror movie, but alas, it wasn't $5. So yeah. That's basically it. Bianca was. Yes, I don't know if she's gonna meet us or not. She says she had to drive off to something that he's doing today, and she said the time was cutting it close. But when I texted her whether to buy this movie ticket time, she didn't respond, and I bought my ticket. And then immediately after I bought my ticket, she texted me. I was like, "I already bought my ticket." Kat said, "Mia, you need to go on one of those walking food tours where you eat a bunch of food from different cultures." Yeah, I feel like that'll be fun. One day we'll do that. But the thing about those things is like the main reason we'll do that, but like I feel like I don't want to pay a tour guide to do it because they'll take you to like the touristy restaurants, right? And overpriced places. And my mom, she said one year when I was at school, I don't know why she did it when I was at school. Like my mom be doing when I was at school, my mom used to do a whole bunch of interesting stuff. And I'm like, "Did you make a video? No. Did you live stream? No." And she like, "Where are you doing this stuff if you're not recording it? Like, where's the content?"
Japanese one in the
Right? So yeah, my mom says she went to the Japanese one in the city like every year in Manhattan. I'm sure you guys have seen on social media, like the Japanese Asian food crawl. My mom said the food wasn't good. She said it wasn't good and it was overpriced. So, but one day we'll do that for sure. I feel like because I like a lot of food. I like food, obviously. So I feel like that'll be fun to do for sure. That way, yeah, we can try a lot of different food at once. Yeah. So one day for sure we're gonna see. It was just kind of telling me this. Huh?
The cat said,
Cats, did you get the items that we sent? Oh yeah, when you asked me all those questions, like yeah, a little bit. So one day we'll do it. I feel like I would want to find one that has like Indian food, Italian food, and maybe like African food all thrown in together. So very random stuff.
"Oh, your
So
topic might be kind of that'll be too much
yeah.
and stuff."
So this is why I'm saying I would probably have to do it like independently,
It's
right?
like an Indian restaurant,
Yeah.
like African restaurant or something.
Yeah, like that. Because normally you go to those things, it's like just similar cuisine together. Kat said, "That makes sense. Yeah, a do-it-yourself experience, yeah, would be better, yeah, because I don't want everything that they're gonna be selling, right? So I just want like there's like what do I want to try? I just want to try Indian food. Like I've tried garlic naan, it's really good. So I just want to try the chicken tikka masala, the butter chicken, mango lassi, and I want to try fufu. Right, I want to try fufu.
You made me remember the little girl.
Really?
The little girl, while her mother was at McDonald's,
Mm-hmm.
and she want Happy Meals. She want this, and then they said, "What you want?" And this little girl was like, "Fufu." The mom was like, "What fufu?" I want a Big Mac.
So I want to try the fufu, and then a bao bun. I want to try a bao bun. That's like Japanese or Korean kimbap. I want to try that. That's basically it. So it's not a lot of foods, obviously, that I want to try. Yeah, that's it. Honestly, I thought there was more. That's funny. Um. Okay, read that. Okay, no new other comments. Okay, no comments. Alrighty, guys. Hey, how are you doing, Africa? Glad you could be here. When are you planning to come to Africa? In the future. For sure, for sure. So like the video, subscribe in the future. We saw a plane going across. So if that wasn't a message that we need to get to Africa, I don't know what was. And I've been on TikTok and I follow people who visit Accra. I never like the so yeah. Main thing about Africa is what I'm noticing from watching social media videos. Like obviously West Africa is not as developed as the other sides, right? Because they don't have as much white people there, right? And I don't say, oh, you're saying that. No, it's just the fact. If you look at it, normally when more white people are in a region, it is much more developed a little bit, right? So based on what I'm seeing, it looks like most of West Africa, where my mom really wants to go and Bianca wants to go. I don't care as long as I get to the continent of Africa. I don't care where I go in Africa, right? But my mom and Bianca, they really want to head over to West Africa, so that's like Nigeria, that's like Accra on that side, and a whole bunch of other places. That seems like that's a little less developed, and when you go there, People said it's with the American dollar, it is cheaper in Africa, but like a lot of thinking and planning needs to go there because a lot of expense will be in transportation for sure. Because you can't walk there; those roads in Africa look crazy, at least in West Africa. But people said it's also really cheap there too with the American dollar. You got to be safe too because it looks so overcrowded in West Africa. I don't know, it's extremely overcrowded. Yeah, South Africa. That's what I've heard. South Africa is definitely the more developed side of Africa. But then again, you guys got you had apartheid, right? And I've heard there are still some areas there where black people can't go. So like I'm thinking about that place. Like, don't want to go there. Like really, like for real. So more research needs to be done, right? So obviously we will go to a country in Africa, multiple countries in Africa. I want to go to Ethiopia. I lied. There is a country I want to go to, Ethiopia. I be talking, I be saying stuff, and then the more I talk, the more an epiphany comes to me. So I did lie. I don't know which region Ethiopia is on, but I'm going to Ethiopia. Um, but yeah, so we will go there one day in the future. Never unsubscribe, and you guys shall see. Hey, that boy, come to Congo Island. I think the place where my mom wanted to go to, Congo, or is it Togo? One, two. So yeah, for sure, for sure. And then they have that area too. Where is it in West Africa where you can like we're literally where like the transatlantic slave trade was where they grabbed the people. You can go there too, right? Do I want to go there? No, but should I go there? Probably. A form of reclaimment in history, right? So we shall see. Uniquely Mia family embarks on. But yeah, there's a lot of cool things to do in Africa. A lot of cool things to do based on social media. But how are you doing today? That boy Ant. Glad you could be here. So I'm gonna answer some of these final comments, questions, and then gonna end the stream because we do have to start heading outside actually very very soon. My next hairstyle is going to be braids, guys. I don't know what style I'm gonna be
I'm
doing.
gonna do that one side black curl at the
Oh yeah,
field.
we do have. At least my scalp is clean. Ain't nobody can say I got anything in my scalp. I got a clean scalp. That's one thing about Uniquely Mia. So yeah, we're gonna be doing the Corella Deville hairstyle soon. Like I said, it's gonna either be half side black, half side white, or it's not gonna be box braids. I'm going to when I get box braids, it's gonna have to be like a natural hair color. So it's either gonna be black, most likely it'll be black, or it might be like a blonde. As long as it's natural hair color, we're gonna be good. Because yeah, box braids I like to have it in when I start new school programs. I could leave it in for a few months. Queen Mother, she's not gonna let me do that most likely. So who knows? My box braids might just be for the summer months anyway. I'll say that now, right? That boy said, "I'm well, pumpkin." Yeah. Known as Mia. You can refer to me as such. And good morning, Mom and Mia. Aunt said good morning, Mom.
Blessing.
She said good morning to you as well. So yeah.
Blessing day.
Oh, blessing day. Hey X, how are you doing today? You ready for the dipper dinner? What is that? Like the triple dipper? I want to try the triple dipper from Chili so bad. But like has anybody had the triple dipper from like the triple dipper? You get the hot honey, you get the Nashville hot mozzarella sticks. Literally, it's like a mozzarella stick that's like a buffalo wing, but it's a mozzarella stick. Then you get 3 spicy chicken tenders, and then now I've wanted the triple dipper since last year, guys. I saw it on social media. But like, why don't they have Chili's in New York? Like, if they have a Chili's, I've never seen one here, man. But like, I will try the triple dipper one day. It looks so good. It's just fast food. It's just literally the most unhealthy fast food put together. But it looks so good, guys. Um, X said she's musty and pretty. But thank you everybody for being on the live stream today. You guys really appreciated your support. I do hope y'all enjoyed the live stream. So thank you X8, thank you Africa, thank you that boy Ant, thank you Kat, thank you Drake, thank you Evan, thank you Cam. Excuse me, thank you In Your Soul, thank you King of the Weather, thank you Marcel, thank you Kenway. Who else is on? Thank you, Evan, for being here, as I said. Thank you, MST Enterprise. Thank you, One Delish. Thank you, Inbred Dragon. Thank you, D. Thank you, My Les Jones.